That was fast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of City States of Klovisa, ; The God War, featuring the Discovery Team. How are you guys doing today?
Okay.
All right.
How are you?
I'm great. We have some new channel points, which Runt has graciously activated. The first 420 points you get, I will dab for you. You know, I need my exercise. I need other ideas on what to implement as channel points. So if you guys got some good shit, send them my way. And I will just make them happen, because I apparently have that power. So, you know.
Yeah, 500 channel points. An alchemist fire falls from the sky on the player of your choice.
Oh, shit. Ooh.
No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
if you do stuff like that should be expensive as fuck.
That's
Yeah.
anything. Hey, the only reason I said that is because it's an extreme
Alright.
throw.
I may have to start doing this in advance, because sometimes I won't be looking at stream chat and there's no, like, real notification. It's just, like, a grayed out line on my end here. So I'm, like, constantly...
Does it always come with a BAM, or is it just going to be silent?
You know, it depends, because, like, I got the speed dab going, like, you know, like that. But I do like making sound effects.
Okay, cool.
Guys! Well, you guys don't want to talk about yourself, so someone give me the recap. Fuck it, Eric! I'm calling you out. You don't have a nameplate. You're gonna be doing the recaps until you do. How's it going? Oh my god, he just downed like an
I'm
eighth
alive.
of vodka.
Oh, fuck, I wish. I have green apple vodka here.
Oh, nice.
I'll get drunk with you. I have
Zero, quit fucking trying to get me banned. Eric, what happened last week?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember too much.
Give me what
We
you
gave
know.
Rick his silver back.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know that. I don't think we really learned anything. He was just
Nope.
being a shitter pirate.
That's what he
Rick
does.
Wiggle, show Silverback.
Um,
And we did.
I know Revik did something, because vampire bullshit, and he was missing for his character level up stuff the week before, and I have to not have the volume on stream because it's hard to talk and hear myself talk at the same time.
Well, mute the tab. Mute the tab.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I use the app.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Well,
I wonder if I have two of your streams open on my phone and one on my laptop. If I can get
don't
double
think
the
that
points.
counts.
no,
I'm gonna
because it's
try
all the
it
same
anyway.
account.
accounts.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Damn.
Revik, Silverback.
Mm-hmm.
They got married?
Somebody got married?
You got married?
Albertson stream.
What? You know, I think that's it. You guys talked around.
Wait,
we
we
didn't
don't-
That
level up.
feels
Hey.
like it.
We talked about Stalker. That happened.
Oh, you talked to
You talked to Shade.
and you guys
Oh,
decided
that's
where
what it
you're going
was.
next. Where are you guys going next? Eric, tell me.
We all decided ruins, I believe.
The ruins of?
Yes.
Up there.
Yeah.
The north. The ruins of the north.
Alrighty. The ruins of the north. And Runt, what happened Sunday? Go fast, because I know you're not
Okay.
feeling well.
Sunday, Igor, Chad, and Miros all, as well as Coraline, all talked to the Tyrant and learned some stuff. Runt learned that he actually doesn't need to be, like, super stealthy about his whole spy shit. He just needs to basically be a hype man for the Tyrant, and that's all he has to do. We learned that Igor has a bunch of shit in his head, and it isn't just Xenoth, but there's also Jerome, who he made a deal with, which is really pretty bad, and a fire elemental question mark. Also, there is a book, a volume, a 3-series volumes of books where, if combined together properly, could make a spell that a spellcaster may be able to learn, based on the one volume, which I can't remember exactly the first name of the book, but it's basically how to train your kids and steal them from your enemies. So there's 3 of those volumes. They're in Ozark's archives. He probably already made one version of the spell, so we'll have to find that if we really want it.
fun fact about that, Miro sold that book for money.
Yeah, I know. I watched.
So sorry.
I know. In character, I don't know, but Runt has one of the books. He has the third volume, which he's going to help Kushim with, because he knows that it could be important for spellcasting. And also, something happened. I'm going to try and just explain this in character, but something happened to Anshua from Igor, resulting in 2 hunters beating the shit out of Igor and throwing him in jail.
Yeah.
Igor did something to Anshua and then got punished for it?
Yeah.
Yep. That's at least from Runt's point of view. That's what he saw.
Right, okay.
Well, Runt has been keeping that quiet and to himself because you guys are on an airship. John's going to switch the music out now that the recap's done. Because we need to go full somber moment real quick. Guys, it's the 25th. No, it's the 23rd of February, also known as spring swirling, because spring swirls into summer. Guys, you have completed a quest. You have given your first banner, well, the only banner that you know of, the Big Monkey banner, to Rick Silverback, a hypothesized were-gorilla, so that he will go and bombard Fresnoth and make the war here slightly easier for you all. So congratulations are in due. How does everybody feel about that? You guys are the Discovery team. You are not mercenary matchmakers. Was this what you expected? What you wanted? And we're going to start with Zero, the wannabe ship captain.
I will be a ship captain. I think Zero is glad this went without a hitch, at least. At first, it seemed like a pretty simple task, right? Go get someone's lost money. He didn't know where it was. Find it. After a quick little investigation, figuring out there might be a little bit more to it. I think, at the very least, I'm happy we didn't do anything to fuck ourselves over too hard. Like, I'm sure after we got the banner and learned it was a powerful magical item, we could have tried to fight Vic, destroy what we had set out to build. I'm just glad, mostly, that through this quick adventure, we know Runt will murder anything if you let him, and Kushim will try very hard to not let that happen.
I see. You learned a lot about your team, and they learned quite a bit about you, I hope. And Kushim, let's talk for a moment. Because, to be blunt, you are the moral consciousness of your party. I don't know if Kushim understands that or not, but he is the one who cares the most about the goings-on of mortal people. He is the one who cares about finding dope secrets. And at the end, when the chips were down, Kushim was the one who tried to make the morally righteous call, even though your party members sort of stole that from you. Kushim, you have just given a banner to a mercenary who will be going to bomb the soldiers and Fresnoth of Destry.
Yes.
Is this good? Is this bad?
I don't think it really registers. We're going to some ruins. We're gonna find some secrets.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
To be fair, all he did was return someone's lost article to them. So.
Yeah.
Consequences.
It's like giving someone back their sock when you find it at a laundromat.
Yeah.
Runt, you clearly had some character building moments, to say the least. And now that Rick Silverback is your ally, or at least working for the Tyrant, more or less going to be single-handedly being all of the air superiority of the city and state, what's he thinking about? What's Runt up to? Is this a moment to celebrate?
He is kind of going, like, he's like, yes, like, mission accomplished, we did a really good deed. And in his eyes, he never really wanted to go to war. He was always kind of like, what, when the Tyrant told him he was have to going to war. So, in his mind, as much as he has been bloodthirsty, he thinks that the faster that Fresnoth and her forces die, the faster the conflict will end. So he sees this as a win, but he also has a lot going in his mind about the encounter with the other teams and what that may mean for this team. And in his mind, he wants to continue building a relationship with Anshua and the political team, and is trying to distance himself from the raid team. Just in terms of what he saw, but he is still, alert and looking for information to share amongst the other groups. For example, he shared the information about Hephaestus and the potential dangers of any traps or dangers that may lie within their temples. But he's still pretty goal-oriented of, that was like a side thing, which, as big as it was a side thing. The big thing is going after the temples, and that's still a mission in progress. So his eyes are still looking forward.
All right. Revik. Vampire man. Vampire frog.
So, he was a little bit apprehensive about the killing of children, but also, the Tyrant says, jump, and Revik says, I don't know if I can make that, but he tries anyway. So, so his qualm isn't so much that he was part of the discovery team and now he's being sent on war missions. He's I guess he's just kind of like he didn't think he'd have to kill children is all. It's but if it's for the glory of Tolst. Sorry, let me take that back. If Kashim says it's okay and it's for the glory of Tolst, then it's okay.
Okay. You're now giving Kushim the burden, the responsibility of acting as your moral conscience as you continue to lose more and more of what makes you, Revik. I get you.
Yeah. And to be fair, I've lost a lot. I'm very much... Well, I've lost a lot of free will.
Apparently in 7 days you're going to be losing some more. Are you hyped for that?
Yeah.
Nav, my Hexblade Warlock, one of two, also hanging out on an airship, meeting these Ulathayans really for the first time. What's up? Is this a win?
It's a win on the battle map scale. This territory is now ours, or at the very least allied to us. It wasn't, as the Discovery team, it wasn't necessarily what we came here to do, but we were in the area and we could still get it done. And it's supporting our efforts, and because of it, we met the undead, and we learned shit from the undead that we might not have learned from anywhere else. And even at the end of it, we still did wind up going in a temple. And through that temple's trial, if we ever come across something like it again, we might have a better starting point of how to deal with it. So, from a tactics or objective, yeah, probably. From a moral perspective, morals. Is there ever a right decision? And also, Nav doesn't care.
Well, with the power of apathy and nihilism on your side, many things can be accomplished, I'll have you all know. So, alright. That was our quick character check-in with this mostly win, it sounds like. Yeah, it seems like everyone's pretty content with how this played out. And now comes the next part. What are you guys gonna do? You are currently on the Judgment of Longing. It is the late afternoon because you flied here during the morning.
Runt will inform the group that, hey all, before we left, I wanted to make sure we'd be able to secure, the whole going to the temple thing, since we're on a bit of a time crunch with Revik. So the Tyrant has agreed to lend us Irithila's ship, since, it is an Ulathaean temple, so they have also a vested interest in it as well. So we'll be using the Judgment of Longing yet again to help with our traveling.
Excellent. You go
Makes
to a
it
temple,
easy.
friends.
Anyone have anything that they want to talk about before we... Or maybe do we want to do this today, or do we want to wait until tomorrow morning?
We should go today, but everyone has enough stuff, right? Everyone has all their stuff like stocked up.
Oh, speaking of stock, we have some potions we've never used. We've got a blue potion, and we've got a grey potion that we've never used. But we've had them since our very first altercation with Grog, I believe.
You guys never got them identified, did you?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
You know what they do?
Mhm.
Yeah, there's the Storm
Okay,
Giant
cool.
and Stone Giant.
Perfect.
So,
to Nav and Zero.
yeah, I suppose those who are physical fighters are probably best to use them. And it might be best, if we're heading into another temple, to have those on hand in case we need them.
Sounds good. Nav,
Okay.
do you want to be strong? Really strong.
I think you benefit more from being the really strong.
Very well.
Okay, please add those to your sheet. Every potion weighs 1 pound. For the
So
purposes-
which one is which? Storm
Uh,
Giant's stronger than Stone Giant, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Storm is.
Okay.
So the blue one is the Storm Giant, and the gray one is the Stone Giant.
Indeed. These expensive-looking glass vials which glimmer and glow with arcane power. Undoubtedly, they will tear your muscles asunder and then reconstitute them in a more prestigious way. Supernaturally, even. Alright. What is your course? Just straight north into the Sea of Trees, hoping to find it? You guys are currently above Destry, somewhere around this mountain.
Yeah.
We have it marked in our
Have
map.
any idea?
Yeah, you have this, like, broad area, like, mapped out, right?
How like the one we went to before, was it like really noticeable from up high? Like, did it stand out, or was it mostly blended? I can't remember.
The Ulathaeans who discovered it, found it while flying south, and just never had the time to investigate
The drop
it.
in. Yeah.
So, the airship seems to have some way of viewing the surrounding environment of itself. They will undoubtedly be keeping an eye out for this temple, but they've been in this area before. Maybe not so far north. You know.
I say we book it, because now that we've got Rick on our side, we've got, like John said, total air superiority, so very few things can stop us from, metaphorically, waltzing right up to the area and start searching. And if we don't find it, before night comes, we can wait until morning and then search for the morning and then drop in.
I think
Stay out of
also,
tank range.
even if we... Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
Well, if we find it and it is dusk or late, we should probably wait till the morning. We know there's undead in these woods, and they are, I think, not so friendly this time.
Fair. All right. You convey this to Irithil. She conveys your wishes to her shipmaster, and together, the judgment of longing with their favorite, their most common passengers will begin flying north. I want to say favorite, but you're the only one, so I guess that auto makes you a favorite. It is a 300-mile journey. They will be able to clear that in 4 hours or so, 3.5. Yes, at cruise speed, they go at 80 miles per hour, so it's getting on in the afternoon when you guys reach the beginning of the search area. It is still... How should I say it? Well, let's talk about the Sea of Trees real quick. Mountains, hills covered in pine trees that shoot up into the sky. These trees are massive, each one being over 100 feet tall. They are huge, and I mean huge trees. They are evergreens, so they are never out of season, and even when it snows, it just turns all of the Sea of Trees, the entire province, into just this singular, ever onward white mountain. Currently it's February, so all of the snow has melted by now. It's late February. The heat wave is truly melting everything. And because of the waters melting down, everything has this lushness to it that nobody really expected. Not many people live so far into this hostile territory. And it is hostile. You guys can see random ruins just sprouting out through the trees sometimes. For trees can't grow where civilization had once been. These pockets of ruins, these old scattered stone structures, litter mountainsides, and below, if you are watching carefully, you can see many dark shapes moving to and fro, searching for life. These are not the undead. These are the spirit beasts that you all have heard tales of your entire life. Warnings. Mostly warnings. Sometimes you'll meet a hunter who's just like, oh no, no big deal, it's fine. And then, you'll hear stories about that hunter being eviscerated or killed or sent to the nearest graveyard. These things are dangerous. They have several attacks. They have several forms of defenses. They can breathe all sorts of energy-based spell-like effects. They want to kill you. They cannot be reasoned with. And nobody truly knows how they work. And you are going right into their territory. But they can't fly, which is super fucking good. Because you guys are hundreds of feet in the air.
Can I have this salmon that I fished. Can I make some, meat pies for my chef treats on our way there?
Oh, yeah, totally. Go for it. Your fished bird.
I'm the best fisherman. I catch things in the sky. How good am I?
You whipped a bird out of the air with a fishing pole and called it. Perfect. You make some delicious snacks, and then the airship will begin searching. They have well, they're not going to tell you the precise way they go about viewing the environment. But, they're going to make some searches. 1 per hour, basically, for each square that they will be traveling. So each 80 miles they go, they'll be looking for it. Are you guys wanting to do anything during this basically downtime?
Run's gonna start writing a book.
You're gonna write a book?
Yeah, he's going to start writing. It's gonna be more of like an autobiographical journal, but he's gonna name the first page "How to Trust Others: A Guide by a Lone Wanderer."
Aww.
I read that book.
That's wonderful.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything? Oh my god, that's a really good roll.
Kashim's gonna go into the kitchen and bother Zero, I feel like. Ask him about his runes. Because there's some stone stuff right there, so he's gonna like ask some questions like, how do you do? How is this rune stuff? How does it work?
Honestly, I learned from my great grandpappy. They just teach me the words and I can activate them. Not much else. I wish I knew more, honestly. I just know how to make them go.
Well, he sounds great. I'll keep bothering him for a while.
Actually, I kind of wanted to ask you a little question. It's quite lucky you came to me. You know, last time we spoke, we talked about who would need to be killing people and why we need to be killing people. Kind of came with the consensus. It's probably best if you decide who we should be, you know, ending. So I was wondering how you feel about that. You know, I see when we were with the children, I did not take any lives, and you may have taken one by accident, and it did not feel well for you. Is this something you wish to speak of?
Well, the past is the past. But I don't feel very comfortable making this decision for others. Suppose we'll have to see, but you seem like you have a good idea about what's going on. I trust you, friend, to make the decision you feel is right.
I thank you for that trust, but if I run into someone and I cannot decide, I hope you know what is best.
I don't.
Oh.
Good talk.
Oh, maybe we will be killing less people then.
One can hope.
Oh my god, people. JC, stop redeeming the dab! Nav, Revik, are you doing anything during this little break of yours?
Revik is probably looking over the side, like on the top of the deck. He's at Lamau, and he's making sure he doesn't fall over. But he's staring over, and he's kind of just like thinking about how nice, like how lush the forest looks, but that world doesn't belong to him anymore, and it's exemplified by how there's spirit beasts there, and it's like very ennui, like a lot of like self-reflecting right now. Probably if you were to like cast detect thoughts, it's like, I walk a lonely road, only that I have ever known. And so, if anyone wants to bother him, like, get him out of his stupor, that's fine. But otherwise, he's just gonna kind of like be by himself for right now.
Pretend he has hair as a frog.
Nice. You're just singing Green Day. God damn it, guys! Stop making me dab. All right.
Really getting that workout in.
Yeah, I really am. Fuck. I need you all to like I need like a counter so that way I can just pop them off all at one time, you know. All right. I did like 4 just there, so the next 4 I'm ignoring. By the way. Oh my god. Maybe I need to rethink this cost. That's 4. Is he gonna put a 5th one?
Just money was not enough.
Yeah, 420.
Yeah.
Make it 6,900.
There we go. All right, I'll do that.
So 6,900.
Nav, talk to me, baby. Are you
90.
doing anything?
Well, it's funny that Revik mentioned what he mentioned, because Nav is doing the exact same thing with less, emo songs playing in his head. But yeah, he's just on the edge of the ship, like, being like, damn, nature's cool. Just like looking at the sea of trees. And if Revik's also there, I would say like Nav he's cat distance. He's close, but not too close.
Does he want to be approached?
You know.
I think this is the closest. We're just sharing space. I think that's fine.
I
That's
see.
fine. Yeah. This is our relationship level increased.
Next is holding hands. You.
No, the next
is
stage of
standing
the
next
social
to each
link.
other. And then finally conversation.
Well, an hour or so goes by, and Irithil comes out to see the people on her deck, which would probably be Revik or at least Nav. And the first thing she does is bust out a whip.
Yeah.
And then she, coils it back up because she realized it's not the time to whip a frog.
Well, come on, don't be a
Tell
tease.
the tyrant on her.
I'm telling
Revik,
Dad.
Nav, go get your
Yeah.
team.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll be right back.
Cool.
All right.
Chapter
Eventually-
1. Always trust a man with giant eye stalks. He has the biggest heart because he has the biggest eyes.
What? What? Do you have a minute? Hey, right?
What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Irithil wants to talk to us on the ship deck.
Oh, bully. I'll be there in
Okay.
a second.
Were you doing something? Were you reading a book?
We're just writing. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you on the deck. Okay, bye.
Bye.
0 stones.
Are you stones?
Is that his name?
There are
now?
stones?
Come on, boys, we gotta go up top. Crazy lady needs us.
Oh, I will hide behind Kushim as we go up.
Well then, you all begin to clamber up and make your way to the deck, where Irithil, a single bodyguard, and her ship captain, which is kind of rare since no one really sees him outside of the control area, the upper deck bunker that sits on the top of this airship, is also out there. The ship has come to a stop. In midair, it sort of hovers, as it often has done before. You have been in a similar situation, and in the distance, closer to the left, or the back aft of the ship, or port? Yeah, port.
Acid.
Something like that. I'm forgetting. You guys see two people getting the discs out. Normally, during fast travel, they just have them in storage in some hidden area that you guys don't really pay attention to. But they are preparing to get the devices to descend for you all. As you guys get closer, Irithil beckons you to come towards the edge where she is looking out of the railing on the deck. She is sort of peering over it, looking down into the sea of trees.
Lamau, just in case.
Yeah, exactly.
Lamau. Boot time.
Everyone Lamaus in unison, thinking this is some kind of trick. And as you guys approach, if you do, does anyone not approach? Does anyone keep their distance? Okay. Everyone approaches then, and it's like that weird, like, ensemble lineup where everyone, like, each goes, like, one further degree to peer over, so, like, everyone's, like, in the same camera shot as Irithil looks to the clown party that you all are. She gestures to the forest and asks, "What do you see?" And I need
Can I make a perception check?
everyone to roll me perception checks. Yes, please.
All right, cool.
Or choose not to. I don't care. But, you know. Nice. Wow, we are starting strong, boys.
Hell yeah, let's go.
That is literally 1, then on the other extreme, 20, and then directly in the middle, 10. That is so... That's really good. 2 natural 5s. All right. Runt, 0, the wind is in your eyes. Apparently. Your cat sense you're a tabaxi, right? Your whiskers are just blowing up, and it slapped you in the eye when you your eyelid didn't manage to block it out. So you're just reeling a little bit, crying. But Runt, peering down and through the railing a little bit. Or I guess we'll start with the next highest rather than go straight to the highest. Brood, Nav, and Stim Stumbler, also known as Kushim, you see forest. It is indiscernible from any other forest you've seen and traveled through. Nature is dope. But Runt, with your natural 20, you look down and you see that below the canopy, through the evergreens, the shadows beneath the ground are obscuring the ground. You can't see dirt. You can't see shrub. It is just the tops of these trees. The trunks, these massive wooden, trunks are obscured. They're hidden. There's shadow magic afoot here.
Runt will say, "I see nothing, rather a lack of something."
Irithil nods. Everyone else peers. And if you focus hard enough, you can, too, also see this weird optical illusion, I suppose, in a rather large area within the forest. And Irithil calls out, or speaks, kind of calmly, I suppose. We're lucky to pick it up. Things like this exist, we know, but it is often very difficult to find them. It appears our predecessors, my predecessors, have built something below. We're going to put you guys below it, south of it, where we can see the clear ground, because we don't want to just drop you into an obscured bubble and then, you go straight into the bottom of a lake or into a lava pit. We don't know what's down there. So we're going to put you on clear ground. And from there, I trust you know what to do.
Yeah.
Investigate. Don't die.
If something happens, Irithil tells you, I won't be able to jump down and save you like I did last time.
Understood.
Okay. Good luck. And Irithil will depart. The people at the ass end of the ship carrying these 2 large discs will bring them to the edge, activate them through a magical spell and a mumbling of Lamau, Leal? And you may descend. You have your Lamau activated boots, which means, you know, you can be magnet feet for a little bit. The rule stays the same, 4 medium creatures at a time.
Me and
Dibs on
Ren go
Kushim. I was with you last time, Rivik.
Oh, okay. I guess Nav, do you
Okay.
wanna stand next to me?
Or I can make sure you don't die.
Okay. Cool.
We've got 2 small creatures. Do they count as 1 medium?
For the purposes of space and combat, right now, yeah, they do.
So then 3 medium plus 2 small is 4 medium?
No. 3 medium and 1 small equals 4 medium. On a battle
Two
grid, a
small.
hobbit doesn't take.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I think the best way to do this is a 3-2 formation. So, if Rivik and Nev are together, and me and Kushima are together, then that really just leaves where Zero wants to go.
Do not care. I guess
Flip
I
a
should.
coin.
Okay.
1 is with Rivik and 2 is with Kushim.
You guys,
Right.
Log it is.
you guys flip coins. Hell yeah. Alright. Who goes first, or do you both descend at the same time?
Probably the same
Same
time, I
time.
imagine.
Yeah, if
Alright.
that's an option.
Totally. The airship shifts, it moves, and then 3 or so minutes later, the go sign is given by one of the crew members who carried this disc out. You may descend anytime you wish, and then I suppose you do. And as you begin to fall hundreds of feet down, YOLOing until the very last moment where the disc's magic will activate 10 feet above the ground. John's gonna roll an encounter check. Fuck, he just dropped one of his D10s. I lost my dope ass, my lucky D10 too.
Let's get 100 again.
All right, we
Ew.
got the matching dice. So, fun fact about the Sea of Trees. This is a different random encounter table.
Oh, fantastic.
It is not the I'm in civilized lands, evens are good. This is...
It's just a matter of bad from worse.
Yeah, you guys want to be in like the 40, 60 range. And anything less or higher than that is really bad.
I don't like that.
We're gonna go to a quick break, everybody. That's John.
Oh my
prepares a
God.
map.
Oh no.
I'm really excited.
All right, we'll see you all in a second, everybody. Hello, everybody. We are back. Guys. Gibby.
Screams of terror.
You actually had 6,900.
I have 7,600 more.
Oh my god, Temer too.
One
Temer has so much!
I also have a lot, but I want to save them when something else more expensive comes along. So.
2, 3. All right. Oh
Wait,
shit!
Temer had
4,
another
5,
one.
6,
Oh
7,
my god!
8. Oh my goodness, Temer.
Temer.
It like it was holding out.
Scream sugar daddy.
Actually.
You all fall. The Judgment of Longing was doing a north to south course, so when you guys fall, and you do, you will do the or maybe some of you will be used to it by now, but you will land in this dope, dank, dark forest with massive tree trunks that appear to be carved down, but that is because what you do with Incarnate is you, like, take the map and then you enable, like, line sight, so really you shouldn't be able to see this, like, chunky bit here. You know what I mean? I was supposed to, like, hide the tree bark. So they're not cut down, they're just shooting up to the sky, these massive Goliath pine trees. And you all have a moment to situate yourselves before something happens. So, I'm going to roll a d10 to see how surprised you guys are, which I just dropped.
Again.
Yep.
Or a d20 for itself. Just passive perception can... I don't know.
It's not so much stealthing up on you. It's
Okay.
so much charges at you as soon as you guys are unbuckling your shoes. Kind of surprise.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
John's gonna roll 1d10. 1, 2, and 3s are really bad for you guys. That's a 9. You guys, as you fall down, the platforms you are on immediately stop as soon as it gets 10 feet above the ground, and then it slowly lowers so that you're only about 2.5 feet off the ground, and then you guys may easily step off. These things normally stay here, so you can lamau your shoes off, or your greaves, your magnetic greaves off, just in time to see this bad boy. This big, beastly, obsidian-skinned, red-eyed monster barreling towards you.
Ooh, I don't know this one.
And I need you all to roll me some initiative. And this guy goes as soon as I... Yes.
Oh, it's so cute.
I got a good roll for once.
Oh my god.
Fuck everybody else who's getting
Oh,
better.
he rolled really badly.
Well, you and I rolled the same, Eric. I just have a higher dex.
Alright, that
rolled
looks
a 20.
to be everybody. Unfortunately,
you rolled
I
a
only
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
one of these guys. Descending.
God bless.
Unfortunately.
0. John needs to turn on the battle music. He needs to get rid of the soft, beautiful Oblivion noise. And we need to go into the Death and Axes. Where are you?
God.
You don't want Falling Snowflake for this?
No, Death and Axes is the shit here, actually. What's Cry Havoc? I'm trying to get the Doom music that Roll20 has. Fuck it, we're going with Cry Havoc. 0, you are first to act. This spirit beast, which lurked within here, sensing your arrival, is immediately acting to kill you.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I would like to... Hang on, make sure I'm measuring, not stupid like.
John zooms out a little bit so the stream can see everything.
I will charge forward 30 feet, use my bonus action to eat one of my ham and pies.
Nice. Can you link it in the chat to see what it does?
Yes. The chef thing is a little long.
Yes.
That should be the last paragraph.
The last paragraph. These special treats last 8 hours after being made. A creature can use a bonus action to eat the treats and gain temp hit points equal to your proficiency bonus. So your hit points, you get a temp hit point shield of +3.
Yes.
Very nice. Cool. And your action?
And I will yeet 2 darts at it.
You throw darts. Are these magical darts?
They are not.
Okay. Let's see those hits. A 16 and a 15 both harmlessly glance off of this beast's hide.
Okay.
Alright. Got anything else?
No. That's it.
Cool. Runt, it is your go. You see what you were warned as a child never to see. As John moves our initiative counter. But there we go.
Let's see. Runt's gonna take out the silvered finesse longsword. And he's
Longsword?
going to.
Perfect.
Yep, because remember we have the Ulathaean finesse longswords, and I got one of those silvered. So he's going to move 35 feet, and he's going to.
These are non-magical, you know that, right?
Oh, they are non-magical.
They are non-magical weapons.
Okay.
You have not enchanted them. You just got them silvered.
Okay. Then we'll see if that does anything first.
I don't know if
I
you have
suppose-
like a +1 to hit on them or anything, but you should.
I don't.
if you do.
I don't.
Okay, cool.
I'm thinking in terms of damage resistance. That's why I bring it up. Because I want to see if that actually does anything. Anyway, I am going to take the dodge action.
You begin to dodge. Cool. Nav! You're in the back. Your squishy dex fighters are moving up.
Yeah, I'm gonna summon my my shit. Get my shit ready.
Alright, you summon your war pick, which has a Eternium crystal of lightning within it. Oh my god, you guys are making this so juicy for me.
Well, I got nothing else, so I can't not.
You don't even have an Eldritch Blast.
Well,
I'm not
I
here to
have
play
to
your
use my
character.
action to. I have to use the action to fucking do my thingy.
Oh. That's an action, I thought? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, manifesting is an action. Dismissing is free.
I get you. Alright. Anything else? You got a bonus action?
Nope.
Okay.
No, that's it.
Revik.
Alright. Revik is going to call to Kushim. This thing's attacking us, we can kill it, right? And,
I don't think we can.
Oh my god, it rolled so badly for initiative.
can I go here? It's 25.4, that's go to 22.9.
Let me even you out on the grid. Because
Sure.
you are not. There you go.
Cool. In which case I'll just go here to 25.
Perfect.
That's my movement. I'm gonna bonus action favored foe him. So like, I
Is he
guess sort
within
of like,
range?
it's someone I can see for favored foe.
Okay, it
so-
doesn't have a range?
No.
Okay, cool.
So
Just
as
check.
long as I can see him, I don't think it's nighttime, right?
Nope,
So
it is the day.
cool. And then
Alright.
I'm also like, so my vision sort of goes like heat vision, and I can, boom.
Mhm. You
I'm
see
going-
him. And
I'm gonna try and
Sorry.
shoot him with my short bow with 80 feet range, and he's only 50, I think.
Yep.
He's 67. All right, so
A
one attack
10
coming out.
unfortunately misses.
Okay, I'm gonna
A
try one more
natural 2.
time. Ugh.
Oh, you have extra attack, don't you?
Yeah, I'm level 5 now.
Nice. Is this a magical short bow?
It is not, but
The arrow bounces off its head.
I have stuff attached to the arrow. Does that still? Because if it hits, like for example, Dreadful Strikes is psychic damage. Favored foe. Well, okay, cool. let me just-
Yes, any non... I'm going to be flat right honest with you guys. This thing is immune to non-magical weaponry. So,
Cool.
any other stuff...
The psychic is 4 damage, and then
Cool.
can I also poison it? So Constitution save from it.
Sure, I will roll that, but you guys will quickly see it is also immune to poison.
Oof.
But the psychic damage does get a reaction. And
4 damage.
favored foe is...
It's the weapon damage, so it doesn't count.
Okay, cool. So it is
Okay.
just the psychic, which is 4. You deal 4
Yeah.
points of damage to it.
Okay, this thing's really scary. Alright, and it ends its turn.
Okay. Kushim!
Okay. So,
Yeah, you're staring at this guy who looks like a charcoal statue who is coming to rip your head off with obsidian claws.
right. Okay, so I can talk with my communicators as like a free action, yeah?
I mean, everyone's around you, right? Oh, are you trying to
Well-
talk to Irithyll?
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, I wanna say, Spirit Beast, be ready to evacuate. And then I'm gonna cast Fly on myself
Oh.
and go up 60 feet.
You,
Not wasting any time with the magic.
you fucking fly 60 feet up into the forest. Alrighty. The beast goes. It sees the spellcaster, which immediately begins to fly away like a coward. And then, it's gonna move up, like, right here. Waltzing. And oh, what does a 20-foot cone look like, everybody? It's time. It is so time. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna get you guys. So, this motherfucker, this spirit beast, walks up to you, looks like he's about to pounce at you, Zero. You're ready. Runt, you're ready. He's gonna claw you. You know it. This is a lion. It can't possibly be about to spew out a gout of fire and make Zero, Runt, and Nav make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. An easy pass from Gibby, who is doing it at advantage because he's dodging. Nice. So, you guys will all pass. Should I roll it publicly or do it in secret? You guys want to know
Oh,
how
do
many
it in secret.
D6s I'm about to throw at you?
Yeah, I want to see public. Show it to me, baby.
I think... Hang on. I want to say it's... No, this is my player's
I'm
hand.
happy for Spirit.
Where are you, baby?
I want it to be public.
I need you in my life. I need to make sure that this breath weapon is legit. Because I'm doing most of this shit from memory. Because, fun fact, John has a full-time job and he doesn't get to stat all the monsters he wants to.
John, if this kills me, I'm quitting.
You're quitting?
I'm quitting.
Well, don't quit. It's not too bad.
We've been warned so many times about the breath weapon.
35 fire damage. Nav, I believe you're instantly unconscious, but not dead.
Yep.
Are you still gonna quit?
No, we're fine. I didn't want to play anyway. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, fuck, man.
We don't fuck with negative hit points until it's
No.
double,
no.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, for my dexterity players who luckily pass their dexterity saving throws, you all suffer half of 35, which, to my reckoning, is 17? Question mark? Yeah, 17. Because we round down. So, please subtract that. Oh, you guys are fine.
My meat pie did a lot right there.
How many do you have?
2 more, 3 total.
Alrighty.
Is
Well,
that
then.
the end of the Spirit Beast turn?
Yes, it is.
I would like to activate my stone rune.
What does your stone rune do?
Let me put it in the chat, but you'll need to make a con saving throw, I believe. No, a wisdom saving throw of 13.
In addition, when you can see ends a turn within 30 feet of you, you can use your reaction to invoke the rune and force the creature to make a wisdom saving throw. Unless the save succeeds, the creature is charmed by you for 1 minute. I have such bad news for you, my friend.
I figured as much.
It is immune to charm. These things do not negotiate. They are 100% hostile at all times. They are here to shit on your day. So there goes your reaction, and now it is Zero's turn. Which means you get your reaction back. Congratulations.
Yes, I feel so congratulated.
You guys are learning.
Kushima's noticing what works and what doesn't. We'll report back.
To his new party members.
I guess I will try to run around it as much as I can.
You run around it.
I will
But he-
draw and
Run
cast out.
dead in its sights.
Yeah, sorry, friend. It is here to fuck shit up. It turns out.
Yep.
I will. That does not make me better. I will just try to hit it. Is it a free action to draw my sword?
Yeah.
Okay. I will try to hit it twice with a magical weapon this time. Oh my god.
Those are really bad rolls, my friend. And no,
Yeah,
a
they
13
are.
will not hit.
I will use my action surge and try to hit it 2 more times.
All right, we're
Hell
getting
yeah.
action. 20 will hit and 26 will hit as well.
Okay, there we go.
You cleave into its back. And John,
No, 21 total.
21 total. So, this is what it looks like after the first hit. That's the second hit.
Okay. I will.
You are chipping. You feel like you are cutting into a statue, Zero. Every time
Okay.
you take a chunk out of it, chips of shrapnel-like, near metallic stone come back at you. This feels very weird. This is not a living creature you are cutting into, biting into. It's like you're trying to break a literal house wall down with a sword.
I guess I'll bonus action eat another treat. That sounds. Mr. Combat Man, I'm just a
Do you have a
stress
shield?
eater, okay?
You have a shield,
I do.
and your hands are taken up.
I will
unfortunately.
bonus action. Man, I don't want to use this right now, but I'll use Second Wind instead.
Okay, cool. Alright, Runt, it's your turn. Very nice roll
Okay.
on that fucking...
Uh,
Yeah, wow.
can I use this with either the healing salve or the potion?
You can use your bonus action granted by cunning action. Thieves are... Hang on. Use an object action, then yes. By the way,
Okay.
Zero, you rolled a hit dice. You want to roll 1d10 plus your fighter level, not a hit dice. So you rolled a 9 plus your fighter level, and you gained that much back in HP. Which should be higher, so...
Yeah, it would be more. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Alright,
Yeah,
you
I'm
step
saving-
back away from this beast who is just out of range to maul you as a reaction.
I'm going to take out. If I apply the healing salve, will that bring him out of unconsciousness?
No one's used it yet.
But do I want to save the potion? I'll leave it up to you, Eric. Do you want to
6 second
by
combat
potion?
rounds. Ron, I need you
Okay.
to do something.
Okay.
Make
Bonus
your
action
decision.
healing salve. For
Alright.
10 HP.
Unfortunately, your sneak attack. No. The healing salve is immediately absorbed into Nav's skin, and he comes up with 10 hit points.
Okay, then I'm
His
going to
energy
use-
shield glimmers, and his eyes go wide.
Okay. I'm going to take out the magical rapier then, and attempt to attack using the rest of my movement to get a +1 with flanking.
You are not flanking in your current position.
Oh, okay.
You have enough
Then I
movement to move one
I
more
do.
square?
I do.
You are mobile, right?
Yeah, I do. I have 35.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that works.
Yep. Okay.
+1 to hit
Uh,
will make that 27 a 28. Yeah, you're gonna hit him.
Okay.
You
Huzzah!
stab into him for 20 damage. which is halved. 210. Okay.
That's it.
You have Hazard. And Nav, you do not need to make me a death saving throw. You are up, but you are prone. You just got fucking seared. And it's lucky this is an aloe-based plant, which has now gotten rid of your injuries.
Okay, I was gonna get up, which is half movement or full movement?
Half movement.
That's what I thought.
Yeah!
We're good, guys!
Come on, Himbo. Sex it up or something.
Nav, are you scared?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we are a little bit.
that's good.
Then I think just... Well, first I have to resummon the fucking war pick, because it would have dissipated when I was knocked unconscious.
I thought that's after 1 minute.
Is it?
I think so.
I think
I
that's
thought it was
fine.
immediately. Okay, I will take that ruling.
Okay. We'll look at it later if it's not a big deal, even if it's It's
Well, I
1
think
minute
that's
now.
fine.
Boom.
And I have just enough movement to get up in there.
You get
Ooh.
up in there. The hero! The Chad.
Listen, I'm here to do one fucking thing.
Fuck.
And that's to attack twice. Because I also can attack twice now.
Alright, a 9 unfortunately will miss, but a 21 will stab into it. Please roll me damage. You didn't bonus action hex it, right? Alright, cool. It's too late. But,
Yeah,
you know,
I know. I literally forget that I have a hex as part of being a hex blade.
It's true. Alright, it is going to suffer 3 of your piercing damage, but the entire 6 lightning that courses through its body, blasting and blitzing away extra stone chunks. This thing is looking a little bit damaged. Anything else for us, buddy?
No.
Alright, Revik, it's your go. This thing is immune to your arrows. Do you have any magical arrows?
I do have one magical arrow, and I will slot it. I'm gonna get a little bit closer because I'm worried because I saw Nav go down. So I need to be a little bit closer right there. That's 25.
Yeah, that way if it's with
With the breath weapon, I guess
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
you're just out of range.
I want to, shoot 2 more. Well, I'm gonna shoot 2 more arrows, but the first one is gonna be a +2 arrow, which is magic.
Alright, so you'll have a +10 to hit here instead of a +8.
Okay, cool. Oh shit, that's amazing. Okay.
Yep.
I don't have a modifier for that, so just pretend.
Well, it's just your short bow stuff, and then we add a +2 to it since it's a +2
Gotcha.
arrow. So a 25 will hit, yes.
Cool. And so technically, since the arrow is magic, does that mean that the favored foe goes
Yep.
off on it?
That is
Cool.
That is how
So
that
then
works.
it takes that much total. It's got the +2 included.
Perfect. Where does the 1d6 come from? Is that just the arrow itself?
That's the arrow itself. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, are you at 20 dex?
Yes.
Okay, so it's actually 2 more on top of that for 8. Because it's +2 hit and 2 damage.
I see. Oh, cool.
So-
Neato.
So it's going to suffer 4 from the piercing arrow, but we should add favor flow. Favor foe rolled a 2, it looks like?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Yes.
Okay, so it suffers 5 then. And then it takes the rest of 3. Okay, cool.
Cool. And then I'm gonna shoot another arrow, which does nothing, so we'll just not even roll it. But I am gonna call to Runt and say, Runt, I have a potion on me if you need it. And end my turn.
You communicate this. Kushim, you're 60 feet in the air. Let me give you a marker to show that. Boop. You were flying.
Okay. I've never heard anything about them being able to fly or do anything like
No.
that, right?
They are notoriously unable to fly.
Okay. Is my special device that the tyrant gave me that splits spells, does that take an action or a bonus action or a free action?
That is, it is not an action. You just tell me if you are giving yourself different spell slots.
Okay, I'm gonna do that to split it into a level 1 and a level 2.
Okay. So you break your second level. No, you have third level, right?
Mm-hmm. My
Is it
third
your
level's
fifth?
into a
Okay,
level
cool.
2.
All right. Keep track of
and
that on your sheet, please, by the way.
I will do so.
Thank you.
And okay, for the moment, just gonna cast Eldritch Blast at it. I say, friends, don't die as I cast it.
All right, an 18 will strike. Can I get the second one? A 13 will unfortunately miss. So please roll damage for your Eldritch Blast.
So there's, hold on, let me also turn on my, what's it called? My Genie's Wrath. It's turned on. Excellent. So there. Minimum damage.
Minimum damage. That is nice. However, unlike everything else, force damage it does not seem immune to or resistant to. -7. Cool.
Ooh. Wow,
Are
you
you
started
done?
blasting.
So I started blasting.
All right, it seems like you're done. If you have movement, you can fly at a movement speed of 60, but I guess it doesn't matter. The murder beast, on the start of its turn, rolls to see if it gets its breath weapon back on a 5 or a 6. Rolled a 4. Fuck. All right, so it's going to use its 3 multi-attacks. One at Nav. Let's start there. Nav, what's your AC?
17.
All right, so it needs a 9 up to hit you. That is super cocked. That rolled literally onto my keyboard in between a pencil. It rolls a natural 18. I assume that hits you.
Mm-hmm.
So
I will use my cloud boon to take that hit.
Ooh.
Nice.
You can use your reaction to invoke the rune and choose a different creature within 30 feet of you other than the attacker. The chosen... Put it on Kushi! Alright.
I think it needs to be within range as well.
So, what does this look like as Nav is about to get clawed in the face and die?
I will hold up my shield, which has the rune marked on it. It will glow brightly, and I assume it just pulls the beast attack towards me.
I don't know if it gravitates or moves it, but
How it actually
let me
works.
let me hijack your
Mechanic-wise,
description.
I take a hit.
You will take the damage, yes. Instead, Nav, you see a bright symbol appear in front of you, and a barrier of energy just flashes as this thing swipes down upon you. Instead of Nav taking, 13 points of slashing damage, it will instead go to 0. Who uses their reaction? The creature, somewhat confused at this, will slap Nav down again because he's weak and he looks like a bitch. That is also incredibly cocked. There we go. Yes, he will strike you again with his claw. Nav, please suffer 9 plus 4, or 9 plus 6, excuse me. So what is that? 15. You are unconscious once more. And then it's going to turn to Runt and bite Runt. Runt, what is your AC?
16.
Alright, then it needs an 8 plus to hit you. And it rolls a 6. You are too small, too
Nice.
dexterous. You quickly whoosh out of the way as this creature will soon kill Nav, shifting over his body a little bit. So he's still within threatening range, but going for the kill, as it were. 0! Is your turn?
Yeah, it sure is. I will Bonus action, activate Giant's Might, so I become a size bigger.
All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're going through all of your kit. Let's see it.
Yeah. Hang on, let me put it. Wish I didn't
Guys,
write
this
all
is a
this
random
down.
encounter. You have learned to imbue yourself with the might of giants. You are a giant cat. If you are smaller than large, you become large. Let me go and edit your token. I need to move you this way real quick. Boop, boop. You are now huge.
Huge.
You are large. You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Blah, blah, blah. You can make... Once on each of your turns, one of your attacks with a weapon can be an unarmed strike that deals an extra 1d6 damage to a target on hit. Okay. I doubt you're going to use that against a...
Nope. Yeah, I will just whack it with my cool sword twice. I will not.
Wow. Cool. Dope. I love it. I need it more in my life. Run!
I agree.
It's your turn.
So am I still within slashing range?
Yeah. It's within
Okay.
5... It's... Yeah. I know it's a circular square, but it's literally right on your...
One's gonna shout to Rivik, "Can you heal Nev?"
Yeah, I can do that. Am I muted?
No, we
Right.
No, you're good.
In that case, I am going to steady aim, stab with advantage.
You steady aim to stab with advantage. A
Yikes.
14. You are close to its AC. I don't know if that's a hit. Hang on. I actually wrote down its AC. 15 AC, unfortunately.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that's it for me then.
Alright. Hey, Nav, can I get that death save now? Do you want to public it, or do you want to send it to me in private? Yeah, fuck it. I forgot we were doing that. You know, I talked about this with a dude yesterday. That, we do our death saves in secret. But, fuck it, we'll just go public.
I mean, do you want him in secret? I don't mind him being in secret.
Yeah, it's fine, whatever, who cares. Revit, go! Your friend's about to die. You rush over.
You
That's
can't.
I can reach him underneath this
Yes, you
lichen, right?
can.
Alright, cool. I'm going to take out the greater healing potion, and I am going to just sprinkle
All
it
right,
on him.
you're going to
as my
use your
action.
action. Got it.
Yeah.
What? Well, please roll the dice for
Oh,
me,
sure.
since it's like
44.
44. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh my
Cool.
goodness.
Wait,
15
that could
points
have
of
been better.
healing. Nav, I will give you HP. Oh, you did it yourself. Perfect.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think I don't have anything else to do, but I will move away from Nav. Just like, okay, sorry.
Okay.
No, I get it.
You are now in melee contact with the creature. Kushim, no one's put damage on this thing. What are you doing?
What? They've put so much damage on it.
Not this turn.
Oh yeah, well, okay. I don't think I have anything better than Eldritch blasting it.
I started blasting.
Yeah. Just for some more fun, I'm gonna fly above its head, directly above its head, 60 feet.
I'm gonna put you right there so that I don't have to do the Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah, all good.
Okay. You are now like
And
90
I-
feet in the air.
Yeah, you know, just out of breath weapon range.
Okay.
So 60 feet above it is fine.
Okay.
And as high as I think it can jump. I want to be pretty safe. But I'm gonna say, take me instead. As
Oh yeah?
It cannot
I'm
be
barely
done.
safely out of range.
The ultimate non-sacrifice. I'm so sorry you weren't rolling at advantage. Guys,
Suck it.
Nav is going to die. Oh no. Let's see if Spirit Beast rolls its breath weapon back. That's a 3. Oh my god, if it had gotten it back. So I'm gonna shift this beast a little bit so I can see Nav's health bar.
Okay, I was wondering where the fuck I was.
Yeah, this does not provoke an opportunity attack. This is just for health bar real quick. He's still standing on top of Nav like this, but, you know. I guess this is fine, too, since everything's 2.5 foot square. Alright, he's going to attack Nav at advantage to knock him back down. So here comes the first claw.
Can I shield this?
Sure. Do you have shield?
Yeah.
Okay, what did your AC become?
Shield is +5, so 22.
22. You will block his hit then. As your energy just erupts out of you into this barrier, his claw slaps down on a hard field of force. And Revik, how squishy are you? What's your AC looking like?
15, I think.
Alright, he's gonna use his other attack to hit you instead.
I think it's 17, actually. Hold on. Because studded leather +5 dex.
Yeah, if your dex is 20, then your AC is 17.
Okay, so 9 up, he hits you at normal. Which is a natural 13, which means he hits you.
Alright, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna get poisoned, you're gonna...
Alright, that's a 6, and then a 2, plus a 6, is 14.
From 36, I go down to 22.
Alright, cool. And then, you're a frog, he's gonna bite you too.
Ah! Okay.
Natural 14, he will bite you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And this thing's heated teeth are going to fuck your day, my friend.
Okay.
You don't have any fire resistance, right?
No fire resistance.
Alright. Okay, middling damage for the bite damage. So suffer 4 fire damage, and then 5 plus 6 is 11?
11. Yeah.
11 plus
4.
4. Yeah, it's mixed.
15. Well, hold
You're
on.
still up?
22, 15. I am still up, because I have 22.
Okay,
So
cool.
I have 11.
Revik, are you scared right now?
Revik's, oh god, it's got its teeth in me! Ah!
Yes.
Ah! Okay.
It bites you. It could choose to grapple you with its bite. It's not going to.
Oh, okay, that's nice of him.
Actually, why the fuck wouldn't it? Yeah, you're grappled.
Yeah, right.
Come here, frog man.
Ah!
Okay, cool. You are grappled. Your speed is 0. Get wrecked. On the bright side, it can't use its bite on anybody else unless it drops you.
Okay, well that's nice.
0. You are hacking into its back, unable to find purchase due to its really tough hide, apparently. So, what would you like to do?
I'm sure it's way stronger than me.
You got advantage on strength checks. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I was
not
thinking
it.
about chugging the potion, but I don't have action surge anymore.
Time continues to tick down. What are you doing, 0?
Does it take one of my attacks to try and free Revik, or is it an action?
It's, it would be your entire action to do the athletics check.
Yeah.
Since you're trying to grab him by the legs and pull him free. This isn't like a grapple, which you could replace with an attack.
I'm sorry, friend. I'll hit it this time. I promise I'll hit it this time.
Yep, you are flanking. Well, yeah, you're flanking. You're size large, though. So, 20 hits.
A second
And
one.
17 hits. You do damage.
So my Giant's Might, it actually does go off on one weapon attack, not just unarmed.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, let me put it again.
Oh, weapon or... Yeah, I see it
Weapon
now.
or unarmed strike.
Mhm.
So,
So,
this is the
add
one.
1d6
with-
to...
This one, it automatically is rolling on that one. The second one will not.
Okay. It's just once per turn?
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wait,
once
did
per
that
turn.
roll that
Perfect.
twice? No way.
Wow. 7... Okay, so...
No, that's fine.
Okay, I see it now.
17, 19,
So
30
16 halved is 8.
total? Oh, 16, I'm trolling.
Yeah, I have to do this blow by blow. And then 13 halved is 7. Yeah. Perfect. You cut into it, chipping away at its dwindling hit points. The statue is slowly beginning to fall apart, disintegrating. Runt, what you got, bud?
Same thing as last turn. Well, actually, how much HP is Nav down again, or is he still up?
I'm still up.
Okay.
He's just
Then,
on his back, chilling.
Cunning action, stabby.
You cunning action.
Stabby.
Oh, with the critical hit!
Let's go!
So, fuck, combine that for me. 13,
okay,
no,
will.
23, 29, 34?
Yeah, so
34.
20, 23, 29, 34, yep.
What's 34 halved? Is it?
17.
Okay.
It's the same thing I got hit with.
Oh, nice. Oof, it is crumbling. You found some you stabbed it in its fake butthole. Good job. You made one for it.
I'm not letting him die again.
Nav, you're on your back. You're prone. This thing's kind of on top of you, not really keeping you down. You can crawl out and then stand up for half your movement.
So I actually have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
I have a few questions, actually.
Oh.
Is it within... So it's grappling Revik.
Mm-hmm.
So is it within melee range of all of us?
Yeah.
Or does it have, like... Okay, I didn't know if it had, like, range on its bite because of how large it was or anything like that.
That was 2.5. We ignore single square distances.
With that... Yeah. Okay. Then, second question...
Yeah.
Is it possible to teleport someone out of a grapple?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, then I want to crawl out from under him, get up,
You do.
run over,
You
grab Revik.
You just crawl to the side, then stand up. Got it. You're not sprinting all around this guy, right?
No. Yeah. But I'm just gonna touch Revik, say get ready, and I'm going to thunder step away.
Ooh.
Like, grab him.
I don't need to make the save because he dies on half, but what I need you to post the entirety of Thunderstep.
That is...
Oh, is this gonna be loud?
This is not just loud, but it may hit people. It shouldn't, but it might. Oh, no. Well. Yeah. It's gonna not clip Runt. Or our boy here. I need to see your size large, actually. We're tilting you again. I don't think it hits you even when we even you out, though. Yeah, I think everyone's good. I think it just hits the beast.
Nice.
Alright. So, you teleport yourself to an unoccupied space. You can see within 90 feet of range. You can just... I'll just
over here.
Okay, we shift you guys over here. This thing dies no matter what. And then it blows up. Delete. John will turn down the music. What does this look like, Nav, as you rescue your frogman, who you're now touching and need to make a Constitution saving throw from?
So now, like, he runs and he grabs them, and all that's normal. And then Nav and Revik kind of do like the bad sci-fi effect, where they're squeezed and then flattened like a funhouse mirror.
Oh my god.
And then that happens where they teleported from. And then as the same effect is happening, but in reverse, where they teleported to, there's just the huge where we teleported from. Like where the spirit beast was.
We apparated.
You apparate. A thunderclap can be heard from 300 feet away. To you all, it is deafening, for you were right beside Nav when he reappeared. Zero, you're huge. Kushim, you're in the air, slightly, like, buffeted just a few feet from the force of the shockwave he had created. And Runt, you are standing. The first one to notice that this beast has left something. Everyone else is looking at Revik, but you're a pretty objective focused guy, we'll say.
Yeah.
Below on the ground,
Yoink.
where it had fallen from, as its physical form dissipated and then suddenly was ruptured apart, automatizing it, there is a glass orb, roughly 1.5 feet in diameter.
Ooh.
I'm gonna yoink it.
You yoink it.
My hero. Thank you, Nav. I thought I was gonna die.
Just trying to make that not a thing.
Thank you.
Nav, can you
Thanks
make a
for-
Constitution saving throw, please?
Yeah.
Against Revik's DC.
It's 12.
Nice.
Super easy to clear.
Alright.
There you go.
You can put him down, wipe his goopy slime off of you.
Feels tingly.
Aren't you getting less goopy, or was that just a meme?
I'm getting less goopy, but like today's an especially goopy day. You know, the flow is heavy today.
He got hit, you know? He got... it freed up some,
Rest of the goo.
what's it called? Fuck. Secreting... How... Glands? I don't know how we sweat, guys. But you have done it. You've defeated a spirit beast. Congratulations, one and all. Do we need to take a short break, or are we good to continue?
I'm
good.
I can keep going.
Alright. This is the wrong map. Oops.
You guys, I have some little pies, meat pie.
Oh,
It will help you a little bit.
okay. Well, that's very nice of you. Also, I still can heal anyone. I'll put on my gloves. He puts on a glove. Anyone wants some healing? I didn't cast many spells.
I mean,
We can
I
also.
should be good. I should be good.
Your radios, or communicators, excuse me, Ugares, please don't sue, kick on. Irithil quickly tells you that, hey, I don't know what you guys just did there, but you guys need to get moving to the objective.
All right, let's go. No time to stop. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. I grab some of the ash that the Spirit Beast has created and I pocket it. Seems pretty cool. So, I offer some to Kashim because it's not quite a rock, but.
There is
thank
no
you, friend.
ash,
This is
there is
lovely.
no particles, all that was
Oh,
left was
well
that
done.
orb.
Wow. Okay, never mind then.
Even the rocks that it was made out of are gone. Automatized.
Look at my empty hand.
Without atoms.
Thank you.
Oh man, we didn't even get anything out of that.
Friends, I'm not sure we can handle much more of that.
I agree. Let's. We should
yes.
probably hurry and go
I can,
to our objective.
I can make us really quiet, and that way we shouldn't run into any creatures.
That would be great. Let's do
Well,
it.
aren't they attracted to magic?
Are they? Would they? Well, because it's a +10 to stealth. Does that circumvent the magic thing that they're hunting? I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, you don't really know.
I mean, we
Let's
do
test
know
it.
that they like things that die, so at least
You also made a really loud noise just now.
Yeah, we-
If there are
Well, let me
predators,
cast
they're
that
coming
spell
for
just
you.
because. Let me cast that spell just because. I burn a 2nd level spell slot to burn Pass Without Trace on everyone here.
Perfect. A veil of shadow and silence radiates you. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 dexterity self or bonus to dexterity stealth checks. And can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage. Cool.
So, yeah, just in case. So.
Well, you guys begin heading into the forest, presumably, and you will soon come to this strange, semi-transparent, rather opaque wall of shadow. Above you, you can see the treetops, of course. Behind you, everything's normal. In front of you, it looks like you're staring into, like, the Valley of the Shadow of Death, I suppose. where you won't really be able to see too far ahead of you. You can just barely start to make out like some tree trunks and branches, and there's like a branch that has fallen like in the edge itself, so it's clearly not like a hard barrier. But yeah, like as soon as that branch goes in, like you can just barely make the outline of the other half.
Does that affect my devil sight as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. Blink devil sight? Oh no, it's fine. Eric, you see nothing different. Everything's just normal forest. Everyone else stopped for no reason.
Hey, Mr. Darkness, you want to lead the way?
Sure. I can do that.
All right.
Any reason why?
Just because, you know, the whole incident with the darkness thing and the Hephaestus temple, I assumed you're good with darkness overall, so best to have the person with the best sight lead.
Eric, it's like 4 p.m. The sun's out. Everything looks normal.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, it's not...
It's dark
Not
out
really-
to me, alright? I don't have special
Oh, okay,
eyes.
okay. We gotta move on. I can lead.
What do your special eyes see?
Not
Okay.
darkness, apparently.
What would they don't
You
see?
ignore it. It's daytime right now to you.
Alright, then, yeah. I'll lead.
All right. You begin heading into, well, for Nav, who's navigating, just a normal forest. To everybody else, just fucking zero. You're like, whoa. That threw me off. You guys begin to head in. To everyone else who is not Nav, this is rather surreal. And you guys will quickly lose track of each other as soon as you step in. I assume everyone stops as soon as like 2 people go in and then realize they cannot see each other, just their faint outlines.
I'll say, hang on, stop a second.
Yeah.
Does anyone have rope?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pull out a
We should
length of rope.
tie rope around our waists, so we're all kind of chained up,
Make
so
a
we don't
bead.
lose each other. Yeah.
Cool.
Kushim, do you
Good
want
idea.
some extra slack? I do not know how long you can keep flying.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes, and so I'll come down. The beetle wings disappear, and I'm walking now.
Your translucent beetle wings that let you just whoosh into the air. They were so sick. They were so killer. I wish I had actually done something to narrate that a bit better. But oh well. Regrets are for the past. You all wrap rope around your waists. You make a dolly chain of yourselves. And Nav can lead you in without fear of anyone getting separated. Nav, everything looks normal. Now you just have a bunch of people tied to you. Do you even bother with the rope on your waist, or do you just hold on to it?
I'd just hold on to it.
Okay, cool. And everyone
Wanna
else
feel
may
bit.
step into this dark realm, the shadow realm, Yu-Gi-Oh might say. The titular hero of Yu-Gi-Oh. Alright, I'm sorry. We'll move on then. Into the forest you will go, and the birds, the bugs, everything outside of this dome will become slightly muted. If there are animals in here at all, they are being extremely quiet. And as you guys who are already bound in Pass Without a Trace, a thing that gives you impeccable stealth, we'll say, magical enhancements to not being detected, it's all incredibly difficult to just see, not even see, but detect one another. If you guys, like, weren't physically connected to this rope, all of you would probably be immediately lost. Just from, like, taking a step off the, like, wrong path, or the right path, and then just, like, trying to find the same, like, line you were on. Getting lost in the woods, you know, it happens to a lot of, like, experienced hikers. It's hard to go, like, in one direction through a forest with 100% accuracy. So, it's a very good thing you guys have this rope, which defeats the entire cool magical environment and the following survival checks that I was going to put you guys in. But congratulations on doing that, I suppose.
Being prepared is good for you.
And Nav, good thing for being able to see, I guess.
That's twice now that's come in handy.
Yeah. Nav, you are navigating, and you will undoubtedly be the first one to see it in the distance, up on a hill, not a hill that connects to the slope of a mountain, where it is almost like sheer cliff. You can see maybe 1,000, 1,500 feet away from you after walking for about 20 or 30 minutes. What is clearly some sort of structure. It is grooved into the wall itself, but it is house-shaped, I suppose. It has that cubic aesthetic to it. But you're far off, so I'm not going to give you too much detail.
Yeah. Alright, boys, we're coming up on something.
Something safe or
Is it something we have to fight or something like?
No,
what is
it's a building. Hopefully what we're looking for, but it's still kind of hard to tell with how far away it is.
you see anything moving around it?
You don't see any traps, right?
Everyone's just yelling. They're yelling. It's so hard to hear you guys right now. The silence.
Guy with the eyes.
That actually is a good. I'm going to perception check for.
Hey, can you
anything
describe
moving.
it a bit better rather than just dice rolling on me? Mister, I'm rolling dice? Fuck it. I'm gonna perception check, John. Immediately
For
rolls
anything
dice.
moving. For anything moving.
Yeah, you see
But
nothing.
it doesn't matter. But
Nothing is moving for you. Fuck off, Eric. What the fuck?
And so,
A rogue roller here, boys.
could I use the 10-foot pole that I have to start tapping on the ground like the undead did?
Where have you been keeping a 10-foot pole?
I have kept it on the
Longing
Judgment
twice
of
a day.
Longing.
I like it. I'm just imagining Runt, this 3-foot tall hobbit, just
Well,
now with a
no,
thing
no.
3
he's
times.
got a
Well,
flagpole poking
Whack!
out of his back.
The way that I imagine it is that it's like it folds up like a folding chair, to where it comes together and becomes smaller, and then so when he needs it, he just kind of, undoes.
okay.
Assembles it.
Yeah, yeah.
So while in storage, it's literally just like a big block of wood. Then you
Yeah,
just
basically.
monk it out and just it locks in place. Yeah, that could work. I see that. Definitely not. I actually really like that idea. I think that's going to be how we're going to kill the 10-foot poles from now on.
Yeah, that's the only way I can imagine it, is especially with how big he is, that it literally needs to fold in on itself for it to
Yeah.
go anywhere.
You start slapping the dirt. It makes no sound. Nav, although you can see everything perfectly, this muted effect affecting your hearing is still a thing. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
I think
I'm
something's
Bunch of
wrong with
my
the ground.
meat pies.
You start eating pies.
I'm not panicking.
We gotta prepare.
Stress eating.
Yeah, and I'll just keep leading us closer towards whatever the structure is.
All right.
As we get closer, I'd say, I don't know, 100 feet or so, I'd probably bring out the war pick.
You will quickly get within 100 feet. You were only 1,000 off. A minute later, you are stepping up a hill in your armor. Everyone is feeling a bit tired, especially after that immediate fight that is knocked Nav down twice. Nav, you're also partially injured. You did fail that death saving throw, so narratively you are clawed somewhere on your body. I will let you deal with that. It's not a mechanical thing, but it is you got hurt.
Take care of it, yeah.
Yeah. To everyone else, you're all a bit tired. Your energy shields did most of the work for you. But this is a slog. one might say it's difficult to write. To give a little bit more of a mechanical thing. You guys will begin to ascend. Nav, as you get closer, you can see that it will begin to even out. You're still at that slope point, but maybe 30 more feet is going to level out, and you will be on a plateau of sorts before the steep cliff of a mountain, obscured and, well, to you, nothing, but to everyone else, this blindness that you're surrounded by.
Okay. I'll just call back. We're almost there. Shit'll get a little easier here in a second.
Everyone,
I need to try and at some point communicate with the ship.
Okay. Yeah. What do you say?
Hello, friend. This is other friend. Can you hear me?
It's static. The magical interference. I love doing
Friends,
that.
I think we're... Oh, hello. I forgot about you, partner.
Oh yeah, the partner. Completely visible.
Hallucinatory. Huh?
Yeah, you can see your partner.
Oh.
I've been able, or who knows?
They've been
Is she
following
now
you,
knowing?
being quiet, observing you, spectating,
Yeah.
watching, waiting.
I convey that we're out of range.
Yeah. 30 feet later, Nav, you'll be the first to ascend and see some crazy shit. But, well, not too terribly crazy. But everyone else is following behind. You may have let go or slacked the rope a bit more. Everyone climbs to a stop. And Runt, Revik, Kushim, and Zero, now that you are level with this place, it does not immediately brighten, but there are objects in the darkness which are emitting a faint, pale light, which you can somewhat see and interact with. Let me describe them.
Okay.
Do we want to start with the shadow people first and then just tell what Nav sees so I don't have to do this in reverse?
Shadow people, yes, please.
The people with the shadow affecting their vision?
Oh.
Oh, I thought you meant like shadow people.
No, you guys are the shadow people who are
Oh.
obscured and obfuscated by
Why
shadows.
are you saying like that?
I'm so sorry. I misspoke. So, you guys are looking forward. There are, I suppose, 6 objects that you guys can see. The first one, and the most present, is a plaque that is standing, or is positioned in front of a circle, a relief, I believe? A mosaic on this platform, this even ground. This is all glowing with a pale white light for you all in the Shadow Realm. But for the most part, it looks like a floor with a mosaic of the sun. There are 12 or so wavy lines that are coming off of it. The entire mosaic is 30 feet in diameter, so it's rather big, rather, cool looking. But everything is monotone color. It is all this similar silver light.
Does the plaque appear to have writing on it?
The plaque does appear to have writing on it, and we will get to that.
Let's go
yeah.
of the rope and heads towards it, but yeah, continue.
Yeah, you have the eyes of reading languages, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oop.
Okay, cool.
In time, just,
Yeah, so this plaque is like right before you guys. Then there is behind the plaque, across from this dais, which is illuminated, there is an altar which looks familiar to Runt, Kushim, Revik, and that's it.
Is it being held up again like the last one was?
No, this one is built into the stone floor itself, and it's just sort of jutting up in the middle. Left of that and beyond it, maybe 20 or so feet, there is the cliffside itself, which is now being somewhat illuminated, a crescent moon that has been punched through. And by punched through, I mean, it's a crescent moon. LOL. Beneath that is an altar. The same one, or a similar one as the thing behind the sundial. And then to the right, there is a strange-looking image of a mountain, also sheening with this luminous silver light. And below that, there is another altar. To Nav. Nav, you are staring at a cliffside that seems to have been etched out to create these symbols. There is a clear door, which is sort of embedded within the mountain. You don't see any visible handholds, and it is rather tall. It is maybe 20 feet high, maybe even 25 feet at the very tip. It is currently closed, and the only reason you can tell it's a door in the first place are about 10 to 15 feet up. There are these weird hand grooves for what assumedly is a giant. To the right of that is a mountain which has been carved and etched into the stone cliffside, which makes this singular wall. Below that is a square or a cubic object. You can see it. It is... there's this strange box on top of this cubic altar, which seems to have like a swinging door vibe to it. It remains closed at the moment. Then there's that crescent moon, and in front of you, crescent moon, altar beneath it, and then, of course, the mosaic, which to you looks to be faded, worn. There's some moss growing. It is not colored at all. It is just stone.
Okay, so, we should each investigate one of these things. But first, who needs healing? I'm gonna heal myself. I thought we would go to sleep first, but we're here already, so... Anyone? Just me?
I mean, I could always use a little touch up.
Okay, hold on.
You guys begin to organize yourselves, muted and unable to see each other. But Kushim, you go for the plaque. And I hope you have your listening cap on, because John's about to say a bunch of bullshit. You ready?
No. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Let me open up a Word document.
Yeah, for real. Okay.
Are you glad I gave you heads
I am
up?
ready. Thank you.
All right. Kushim, this plaque has 3 paragraphs that are separated by a singular space. It is Times New Roman font in your mind as the magical eyes that you have begin to translate this before you. It reads... the first paragraph is the shortest of them all. It says, "The sun, splendid, wanes. Invoke and remind yourselves of better days." And no, they do not all rhyme. That wasn't, like, coincidental.
Okay. So the first paragraph with those
Yep.
2 sentences?
True.
Okay.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
"The well of souls, now long gone, sacrificed the night."
Sacrificed or Sorry.
I'm sorry?
Oh, was it sacrificed or sacrificed?
Past tense.
Thanks.
I'll dab for Timur because he wished he had more. The next line of it is, "The warden of the Red Realm still fulfills his role. Commemorate him," is the third command. Or I suppose the second command, but the third line.
All of souls now long gone, sacrificed the night, the warden of the Red Realm still fulfills his role, commemorate him.
Dope. And then the final third paragraph. This one is more... This one has a different font in your mind, Kushim. This one was clearly written by a different artist for it is more regretful.
Comic Sans.
I suppose. Yeah, not Comic Sans. Probably Calibri.
Okay.
Just Microsoft's
Pirates.
answer to Times New Roman. Like many things, we took advantage of the world mountain. Now gone, we still give our gratitude for the life it gave us.
We give our gratitude for the life it gave us.
Yep.
Yes.
Say that one more time. Sorry, I can only quote the first part. You were saying it pretty fast.
Like many things, we took advantage of the world mountain. Now gone, we still give our gratitude for the life it gave us.
Okay.
Kushim, at the
Thank
very
you.
bottom of this plaque, as you absorb the words, a new one begins to glow. And it is just one singular word, which is more or less a one-to-one command. And it tells you sacrifice. So, the people stumbling in the dark, Nav, who's just hanging out. I guess you're free to move around the cabin.
Now, if you see anything, we don't. Just this shiny sun.
This weird bullshit. Nav is probably gonna go to the. How the fuck did you describe it? The box, rotating door. I
Which
think is
one?
what you said.
There are 3 boxes. These I will now be referring to as altars. So imagine big cube on bottom with little cube on top of it, which is like a weird door box. These are altars. There are 3. One is behind the sun mosaic, one is below the crescent moon, and one is below the mountain.
Okay. I think I misunderstood what was said originally.
I'm sorry.
Um.
I'm not going to draw it out for you, though, because I need to practice on explaining things in my mind.
Revik is gonna ask, hey, who cast the light cantrip last time? Maybe the sun thing wants the light cantrip again.
The
Like last
ghost
time
of
we went
Quinn
over-
haunts you.
Ooh.
No, I also have it.
Oh, well, fuck me.
I walk on the road. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm.
Fuck it.
That's a good idea, Revik. And I'll grab something off the ground and cast light on it and put it on the altar underneath
The waning
the
thing?
the waning sun.
All right. You pick a rock up off the ground. This place has been weathered. It has been worn down by time. You find some loose stones. You pick one up, cast the light cantrip on it, and then you put it in this weird box altar. The door slowly begins to close as you put it just on the flatbed to the shadow people. The altar transforms. It grows in luminosity. That dim silver light you were looking at suddenly becomes a rather brilliant gold. You are now able to somewhat see the shadows lessen within your immediate vision.
And it'd say the same for me, right?
Yeah, it stays the same for you.
Okay.
Just due to the fact that it's
The-
daytime.
Right. Nice job, Revik.
Well, I mean, it's just like that last puzzle, but I don't know what the rest of what it means, Kashim. Like the Red Warden, you know, I've never heard of someone like that.
I also don't know. Excellent. We get to find out.
If the door transformed, are we able to like walk through it, or?
The door has not. The mosaic below on the platform has.
Okay.
Was it like the last puzzle where like the boxes when we put shit in them like closed up?
Yep.
Okay.
We're making callbacks to session 2, boys.
You gotta learn.
10 sessions later.
Okay, well, let's look at the rest of the lines. Hold on. I don't want to sacrifice anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say sacrifice seems weird.
Sacrifice.
Just 3 altars, is that right?
2 remain.
Remain, right?
Oh.
So then,
And what are in front of the other ones? I don't remember. Sorry.
sorry.
The left altar is below the crescent moon. The right altar is below the carved mountain. I'll dab. I already dabbed, but I'll do it again. Fuck it. Just for you, Tammy.
Well of Souls, now long gone, sacrifice the knight, the warden of the Red Realm, and still fulfills his role. Commemorate him. That seems to be the night one, but we commemorate them.
Do we put in a torch and then distinguish it? Extinguish it?
John, I have a world question.
Yeah, what's up?
So the moon is full except for when it isn't.
Yeah, this is actually
Are-
incredibly weird.
Yeah. Are also in addition to that, are there any blood moons?
No.
Okay.
The moon is always full, much like that painting behind on your door.
Yeah, true. That's really all I have for now. That's all I got.
Yeah. Isn't that super fucking weird? How you immediately and instinctively identified it as a moon, though? The moon's always full, except when it's not, of course. But each one of you immediately knew this is a moon.
You said it's got something punched out of it.
Yeah, it's
that-
like the full moon has just been, like, punched through. It's like
I mean,
missing
like
a
empty
large
space?
chunk. No, you know how, like, a crescent is like... Here, I'll
Well, I
draw
mean,
it.
it could be depicted as empty space or blackness or...
Yeah.
That's what I wasn't sure.
God, this looks like
Can I
shit.
like step back to find some like loose earth and then mold it into like up that part that's missing, then carry it over and just push it in?
I'm sorry, what are you trying to do?
So like even if it takes me like a few rounds, maybe I could like step back outside of this place, find some dirt, just kind of like shape it into what the moon is missing, and then carry it and just whoop, kind of stick it back in.
The rope restrains you. Do you wish to cut off the rope? And then you're gonna have to walk down the platform a little bit and find dirt in the Shadow Realm.
Long rope, we can... 50 feet?
Kashim, how many rocks do you have?
Yeah, but like 5 feet is used per waistline at the very least, and then everyone's kind of just trapped together.
Would you happen to have like a collection of rocks, Kashim?
I do have a collection of rocks. I've also got like 200 feet of rope. So
Oh, okay.
Okay.
if
Put Revik
Not
on
a
a leash
problem.
like the animal that he is.
Okay, well, I guess the rope works. Can I have like 200 feet of rope, please?
there you go. Plop
Thank
it
you.
down.
And I
Well,
attach
Revik
myself-
fucks around with dirt, which will totally
Yeah.
work and isn't dumb at all. What are
Okay,
you
well,
guys
I have an idea.
So, the one that said sacrifice is just a word. Like, there's only the 3 altars, right? And then there's also...
Yeah. On the bottom
Okay.
of the plaque, Kushim can tell you that it says sacrifice.
Different font, right? Than the other 2? Or other 3?
What do you mean? There's only one
the-
plaque. There are 3 altars.
Right, but you said the first 2 paragraphs were in Times New Roman, the third one is in Calibri.
Yes.
Sacrifice one.
Sorry. Calibri, yeah. I was memeing you with the fonts. I just wanted to get like a different, like, vibe.
It's a different
Right.
handwriting.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
sacrifice. The sacrifice similar to either of the other two, or is it's also its own unique thing?
It would be more similar to the first one. It's more
Okay.
blunt and less poetic
Blocky.
in a way.
How big is this crescent moon? Is it like 2 feet, 3 feet across?
More along the lines of like 4 or 5. If it was a sphere, it'd be like a 5-foot diameter. But you know, it's missing that aspect of if it was a circle, since it's a 2-dimensional object. My bad.
I don't think this is gonna work, but I'm already injured, so I might as well try it. Nav is gonna... The scratch he got from the spirit beast is like on his side along his ribs, and he's gonna like press his hand into it
It hurts.
and like get some blood on his hands,
You do so.
and he's just gonna like kind of make a bloody like palm print, I guess. You know, just get some blood on the inside of the fucking altar box.
Which one?
The for the moon.
You put your blood into the altar box, as we're now going to call them, because I like that a lot more. After a moment, the door closes, and to everyone who is in the Shadow Realm, the moon begins to glow in a brighter, paler, and then suddenly much redder light. Nav, nothing... Well, something does change for you. Because even though with the sun, how, you know, the sun's just illuminating light, so you wouldn't really notice a difference.
This is changing
wall,
color.
Yeah. The grooves of the line begin to be in a very similar and familiar shade of crimson.
Hey, can I see one of your meat pies?
Yeah. Last one I've made.
Okay, well, if it doesn't work, then I'll give it right back. And I place the meat pie in the third altar, the one that says, like, give thanks to the life, or whatever. The mountain.
You put a little, like, meat cupcake in it.
Yeah. Okay, nothing's happening.
Yeah,
I take it back and I give it 0. Sorry,
You don't
meat
want to
pie.
eat it? Have it. Dude, he's got, like,
It
5
gets 3
more.
temporary hit points.
I thought it was 1.
Runt's gonna take out one of his Ulathaean swords. It's not the silvered one, but it is an Ulathaean sword.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this will not fit.
Okay, never
This
mind.
box is like 6 inches.
That was gonna be my
in
next
all
question.
directions.
James gonna go up to the box, put his face right there, and say, "Thank you."
You yell at it.
Maybe a couple different.
I'm sorry. Oh man, I don't
Expect it
want
work.
to. Should I? Man, I really miss. Quinn. He could drop a cure wounds in this like nothing.
The ghost of Quinn haunts you.
He's gone
Perfect
now.
gratitude.
Hey, Runt, were you just thinking metal?
No, I'm thinking something related to the Ulathaeans. Specifically them.
We might need. I mean, I could try and drop a cure wounds in here, but I've got 2 spell slots.
The only other thing, going off that line, it's something of either something of the earth, or something Ulathaean. Are my 2 lines of thinking, because it's if we look at the other 2, the sun splendid, remind yourself of better days. Obviously, that's invoking light. The Well of Souls, the Warden of the Red Realm, which being blood.
Yeah.
And then, like many things,
Yeah, I'm
we
with
took
you.
advantage of the World Mountain. But this is written by a different person. So I'm thinking that this has a different type of solution.
I dropped some of the dirt that I mold earthed in there.
Oh
Cool.
shit, I just dropped my pen. You throw dirt into it, this symbolic gesture of you giving the earth back. Like, what's the purpose of this, Revik? What are you thinking?
That's it. That's all it was. You got it right, John.
Oh, yeah? Just fucking throw. Fuck these pebbles and dirt. Fuck it. Get him a box. Get him a sacrifice
Spit on it
box.
first.
Revik, describe to me your feelings as you throw this dirt into this box.
Well, I mean, it's like this is dirt. It's from the mountains, I guess. It's just it just drops it in there.
Okay.
It's
It does
definitely not the way that you wanted it.
No, does nothing.
All right.
I try while being really grateful for the dirt.
I
You
don't
know
know
he
what
would be.
that's for us lately.
Kushim,
Kushim, let's
you
talk.
have
Are you actually doing that, Kushim? Or is that like a joke? Uh-oh.
I mean, yeah, I feel like, I mean, honestly, the yelling thank you was kind of a funny thing, but I think, yeah, I would try, like, to genuinely say thank you for the dirt and put it reverently in the altar box with a cool stone.
With a cool stone? Describe to me this stone.
It is completely round, except where it isn't.
A
It's
spherical
round on-
oblong, I get it. I get you, man. I love those kinds of
Is it?
geometric shapes.
Well, okay, so it's like completely round on one side, and then it's rough on like half of it, almost like it's been eroded by water or something on the bottom half, and then the top has been still
Yeah.
air and raw.
You put all this stuff in. What do you say as you do? How do you show your gratitude?
Thank you for the life you gave us.
Kushim starts laughing midway through it. Kushim, you love rocks. If nothing else that I know about Kushim, moral consciousness aside, who cares? You love rocks and stones, and you give them to everyone to show that love to everyone else. The altar accepts your gift and closes. But unlike the other two, which grew in luminosity, the light on the right, which symbolized the mountain, fades. It goes away
Yes, I knew it was dirt.
and becomes the background as all Earth is. After a moment, you will hear the hissing of air and the grinding of stone as Nav, the stone door which you see, begins to open into a very dark corridor, even to you. To everybody else, there is now a luminous hallway of pale light that just sort of appeared out of the mountainside.
Are we prepared for this delve?
We could take a
Can
nap.
wait. Yep. I have a
Yeah.
tiny hut.
No,
No.
we don't. We're surrounded by spirit beasts, and we really don't know their capabilities.
Then you get through a tiny hut?
Yeah, is your hut safe?
Who knows? And even if they can't get through the tiny hut, what? We walk out of the tiny hut tomorrow, and they're surrounding us?
We can. It is invisible. We can see through it. Although that doesn't really help us if they are surrounding
Yeah,
us.
someone will
right?
stay watch all night.
I think it's best if we do a quick get in, get out. and try and,
I would
try
agree
and
with that.
stop him.
If we encounter someone, we flee for our lives.
I agree with that.
I can work with that.
Yeah. How dangerous could it be? It's full of shimmery white light.
It has also been in this, hellhole for who knows how long.
I'd like to remind you that the last time we came to one of these temples, we got horribly overconfident.
But that was Grug. It wasn't like the temple itself was out to get us.
But the thing is, we just fought a spirit beast. They
And
could
we-
easily come down here, down the steps, and try and track us down.
Oh yeah, how big is the entrance?
Like 15 to 20 feet wide, somewhere in that 18-foot range.
Enough for a spirit beast. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you could also say if we wait, then they go in there while we're waiting, and then we have to fight them on our way out, or on our way in. I think we go now, but we be alert, and if shit doesn't seem right, then we bail.
Has it been longer than an hour, John? Do we still have Pass Without Trace?
Yeah.
That's
You do.
an hour, right?
You have maybe 20 minutes left.
Okay, cool. Then, yeah, I mean, why not?
Now is the time.
We've all got characters we want to play besides the ones we're playing, right?
Who needs character development when you can just make a new one?
EXD.
But yeah, we're going in.
Runt steps in. Now, do you follow her?
Yep.
I go in after run.
Yeah.
All right, Runt, Nav, Kushim,
I'm
We
last.
should probably have like the fighters in front.
Revix.
Okay.
Yeah,
I won't be
we made
last.
that mistake last time.
You
We
all
learned from our last.
enter, and as you do so, the doors will close.
Uh-oh.
So,
Oh fuck!
The pale light.
How slowly are they closing?
Oh, you think we can bail right now?
Someone's gonna get left behind. So you guys bail. It's probably gonna be Runt.
he's the fastest of us, though.
They're not closing too quickly, but like, you know, they opened.
Okay. Yeah.
People started walking in, and before anyone really was noticed,
Right.
they started.
They started
to close.
closing again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're on the railroad. Fuck off. I guess. What do you want from me? There's no escape. The doors close.
Choo choo.
Nav,
Well,
for
fuck.
once in your life, or perhaps not, depending on when your devil sight kicked in, you are now in a strange, darkened room. It's dark in here. What? And then, like, as you blink, these silver lights will be sort of etched into the wall that you can see. John, how many points to double the next random encounter monster?
How many points to unbuy?
6,900, baby. Anyway, these lights shift and they move. It is like watching translucent fabric, which has a very low luminosity, shift with the air current that was made when the doors opened and then again when it closed. And as they become still, well, I guess you guys are moving around, so they never, when you move, they continue to light up. If that makes sense. So as you move through the air itself, these wavy, non-existent lights react. Your displacement of the air creating this strange sensory effect. And at the very end of this hallway, maybe 60, 70 feet away, you can see what appears to be another set of double doors. This time clearly outlined, somewhat reacting to the lights as well.
I'll pull out a dart.
Wait, hold on. Before we do anything, does the doors closing behind us change anything?
The doors
Presumably-
close. The
No.
airflow. What? I'm sorry.
That was really to the party.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're
I'll
good.
shut up. I'll stop.
Presumably, the spirit beast can't get in anymore. We could use this time for the tiny hut now, if we're in a somewhat safer position.
It's like a pretty
mean,
safe place for tiny hut.
You all saw me go down, and I used all my magic. I know I can definitely use the rest. And since our former plan was get out before anything can come and bail if we have to, and bailing is no longer an option. Thoughts?
I honestly, I do like the idea. At least this little landing here, nothing will fuck us over. Yeah.
Well,
Brunt?
My
You were
only
the...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was about to say, you were the one who was with me about getting in and out, so what are you...
My only concern is, one, we may be trapped here for a while. We don't know how long it's going to take for us to get out. We don't know what else is in here. And we don't know if spirit beasts can break through the doors here. So while
I think we would know.
while I agree that the hut is probably the best course of action to allow us to rest and recover, we should be very alert on. I think we should set up some forms of defense outside of the hut if we're going to stay here.
Seems reasonable.
Put Revik on my shoulders. So that...
As you do so, the light moves and shifts to accommodate. Every time you guys make any movement at all, the light reacts to the air displacement. It's actually pretty sick looking. I'm not sure if I can even properly describe it, but these like weird translucent luminescent strings of light just every time you do any motion at all.
If we move around, can we see, does it look like the lights are tethered to us, or is it like...
They are not. No, none of these threads, we'll call them, are physically touching you. If anything, they are moving away from you. And as you guys move, like, and like try to test that out, the door far on the other side of the hallway, which none of you have moved closer to yet, it sounds like, the edges and outlines begin to light up and sort of shift and react. So, I'm trying to remember the, like, weird light device, which, you know how, like, some cars have these, like, LED light... Well, it's basically just Temer's wall, if you guys have ever seen a Saturday stream.
Oh, yeah.
Where his lights are just going in a wave, but now it's kind of like motion activated rather than the command, which, by the way, you can activate in the chat so that you can let him know that we're thinking of him, because those lights are always going even when he's not in the room. So if he shows up and the lights change, he knows somebody's entering the console. Some deep Temer lore, I suppose.
Oh. Okay,
Light talk.
I feel like the more we move, the less good things happen. So maybe we try and follow that door ahead of us before it keeps moving away.
Is it moving away?
I
door?
don't know moving
Yeah,
away.
okay. It's not.
No one's moved closer to it.
I'm gonna take out my 10-foot pole and start moving closer to it. With my pole basically just him like holding it like a spear, just like getting slowly more closer to it.
You can do so. Every time your pole through the air, you slap the ground, it is now able to be heard normally. There is no audio muting effect here. which is kind of cool, kind of neat. Now that you guys can hear, it's like getting off an airplane after being 30,000 feet in the sky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or, closer to 5 or 7,000. But anyway, yes, you reach the door. No traps are sprung. No dart stabs you in the neck or leg. Runt. Feels good. And suddenly you're at it.
I'm gonna poke the door with the pole.
You poke it. It is made of stone. It clacks against it. Click, clack.
Alright. Seems pretty safe.
I don't think we're in the Well of Souls, do you?
I think these things are souls.
Kushim, have you moved any closer? Are you following Runt? You said you were following Runt when you went in, so.
That's true, but I think the door is stopping in the discussion.
Okay, cool.
Not following.
Just making sure.
I'm on top of Kushim.
So, camp in here? Do we want to try and go a room in?
I do not like going through these doors. We can see they are here now, and they stop whatever comes out. They stop us from going in. This feels like a great antechamber.
Wait,
where
hang
we know
on.
what is happening.
I'm gonna look up.
You look up. There above, as you twist your neck up, the air and the motion of your head just going upwards creates that same rippling effect, this time going upwards. And as you continue to look up for a moment, the rippling effect quickly ends, and to you it looks like you're just staring into the void, into nothingness.
Can I lift my pole up to try and have some light at the end of it?
Yes, you may. So you stand what?
Hey, Kushim.
3.5 feet tall?
Could you help me with something real quick?
What is it, friend Red?
I need to ride on your back real quick.
Of course.
I'm gonna fold. Yeah, I'm gonna fold up the pole, and then I'm gonna get on Kushim's back, and then I'm gonna do it again.
Are you
And
trying
so-
to
so I'm
balance
now-
both Revik and Run at the same time, Kushim? Or
No,
you-
Revik got off.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That'd be
Funny,
cool.
but,
Uh,
yeah.
Kushim, Runt has a climb speed, and you are surprised with how quickly he scampers up your back, rather than you lifting him like a Chad would do. Runt, you are soon on his back, and while you, Kushim, are standing at the door, you're going to be the one to notice this first, as Runt throws his pull up in the air, clacking in place. He will hit the ceiling hard, and the lights that are caused by this sudden motion illuminate most of the interior of the proximity of the final door. So everyone in the back, you're watching this from afar. Nothing seems too out of the ordinary. You're still living in this weird transparent world. But Kushim, above the door, there is a metal plaque. You can see it. It is at a funky angle for you, but it is tilted and out. Like it is jutting outwards a little bit. So anyone can crane their neck up and truly look. And with the motion, it is illuminated, and you can begin to read the letters. Are you ready for the next paragraph?
Oh yeah, let's
Lord
go.
Dummy, baby.
Alright, it says, "From the first flame, below the well of souls, and beneath the mountain of life, I am. Accept me and enter."
First time below the well of souls and beneath the mountain of life, I am.
Accept me and enter. Is the last bit.
I am, period. Accept me and enter. Nobody's commented on my self-portrait, and I'm kind of upset. I didn't put on my glasses for the bit.
What
No.
self-portrait, John? I
I
don't
like
see
the
anything.
glasses.
What I see is 2 pictures of you.
Oh, thank you. See,
Stereo vision.
I wear circular glasses. I don't know if anybody knew that, since I don't wear them. I'm nearsighted, so... yeah.
Nerd.
Hey,
Everyone
fuck
wears
off!
glasses.
All of you... No, wait. Kushim's
Everyone
not
except
wearing
others.
glasses.
Yeah, everyone except for Kushim has glasses.
Kushim, wear your glasses, homie.
I no longer have them after I got LASIK surgery.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Congratulations.
Ooh.
Hashtag ad or
What's up?
Got him.
What's the next bit, John?
That's it. That's all it says.
Oh,
Accept me and enter.
Okay. Hmm.
Speak friend and enter.
Put fire on yourself and then walk through.
alright. It doesn't seem like the ceiling's trapped.
you checked all the
I
floor
convey
too,
this.
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I checked most of the floors. I haven't checked the walls, but the ceiling's okay. And if the ceiling's okay, the walls are probably safe.
The first flame below the Well of Souls and beneath Mountain of Life.
So,
Orion,
what did you-
Orion Star says, "Send nudes and enter."
So, what did you
Kushim
see there,
starts taking
Kushim?
off his robe.
Oh shit!
Oh god, no, not in front
His
of the
ca-
children. I mean,
His
child.
carapace.
Not in
So-
front of the rocks.
What would your son think?
Child.
Your spawn.
Your spawn
Thank you,
child.
Zero, yeah.
So, what does it say?
Yeah, I convey what it says.
Hmm.
Below and beneath.
You said it said I am, period. Accept me and enter, right?
Yep.
What
See,
if we just push the
imagine-
door open?
If you guys are looking at the stream, imagine this room is Zero's camera, where it's just black outline, except there are wavy lines in it.
I can't do that. I'm not Tema.
No, I'm sorry.
Kushim, could you try and push this door open? If that's what if we want to move on forward. I don't want to have another situation where people get locked out.
I mean, okay, friend. Kushim wouldn't have any caution here. Tries to push it open.
It does not push open.
It doesn't push open, friend.
Huh. Maybe we'll have to sleep on this mystery.
Good idea.
Did you want to get started on that hut then?
Okay. Can my ritual for building this tiny hut be, I don't know, me like making a, like a bee? How they make their honeycomb?
Oh, like
thing
a
with their
hexagon,
spit?
and you're just like,
Yeah.
hell
That's
yeah.
very good.
Just start going like
10 minutes later.
10 minutes later, you have licked the walls, licked the floor, bit into the ground and chewed it a little, then spat out that weird licorice substance. And
Nature is so beautiful.
Kushim,
Kushim.
might I borrow some rope real quick?
Kushim's busy. Don't interrupt.
Sorry, is this after? I'm
Yeah,
done?
this will be after it's done.
The dome is raised.
Escort.
Can you please click Leoman's tiny hut as you
Yes.
cast it for the first time?
Can't do that.
Basically, I know the spell. It's a half sphere that goes on top of you guys for a certain amount of distance. No one can move into it, and he can choose who is left in or out of the area. So I assume you bring in everybody.
Of course.
Anyone can have access into it. Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast this spell, can move through it freely, but you, Kushim, must stay inside. The moment you step out is when it goes away. It lasts also for 8 hours, which lets you take a short rest. Sound good? It's only a 10-foot radial sphere, so 20 foot to move around, and you guys are in a hallway, so it's actually kind of cramped in here. Rather than a full sphere, it's just like this weird curved roof that like lines in parallel with the wall. God,
So,
that'd be pretty sick and cozy, huh?
You mind if I borrow a little bit of your rope?
Of course.
We're just gonna take maybe about 5 or 10 feet of Kushim's rope, and on the door that they came in through, he's gonna set up a. He's going to attempt to tie or set up a trap with a bell that he has, so that if anyone walks or moves through the rope, it'll set off a bell.
Okay. How are you going to keep the rope up?
Are there any? Actually,
Humans?
You're in a
let me.
stone room.
Darts, if you want to like stick them in the ground somehow.
Yeah, I did not bring pittons.
Got some.
Somebody should have them, right? Because I'm pretty sure we grabbed more at one point in time.
Got some
Yeah,
if
does,
you want
does
them.
anyone have a hammer and some pittons?
Kushim says
Sledgehammer,
this
my
4
rock hammer.
times.
Hey, Kushim. Oh wait, no, never mind. You can't leave the hut. I was gonna have him do like a father-son moment where he shows me how to do it, and so I know how to do it on my own next time. Hey, can you supervise me while I do this? I've never really done it before.
Supervising from
Yeah,
right
40
as far
feet
as I can
away.
go.
Like, your son's about to fucking detonate an IED. Runt, you are given a hammer and a piton, but as you strike and strike and strike and strike, the stone does not give. This is not half stone, half earth like a mountainside where you can find a clear edge and hammer it in. And even when you just go to the corner of the room and just start wailing on it, the piton cannot gain purchase. This seems to be a magical stone.
This stone's kinda hard. I don't
But
think.
man, does that shit look fucking dope as hell as Runt just fucking goes to town on these pitons? Like, the lights just making this weird jellyfish-like effect.
Introducing DJ Run, the DJ.
Welcome to 96.8, the DJ. No. Shit, what was
The-
it called?
the spirit
The
beast.
trapped room. You can't escape.
I guess after like, just failing at doing that, he's gonna be like,
Nah.
I just, I'm not one for manual labor.
You give up halfway and just like lean pittons against the wall and put the bell.
Well, no,
It kinda
I'll-
slumps a little.
He'll keep the bell. He'll just kind of put it like in front of the door, so if someone opens the door, it'll knock the bell over, and then he just
Nice.
returns the pittons and rope to Kashim.
It's just this tiny little dinky bell. You're just like, oh,
Yeah, it's like a cow. It's like a cowbell.
Okay.
Nice try,
imagine
buddy.
It's like a Christmas jingle bell that you found, and you
Yeah.
think it's a cowbell. It's just like from a song.
Yeah, I've never actually
They're
seen
really
a cow
tiny, right?
before. I've seen some sheep and some dogs and some cats, but not a cow before. I wonder what they look like.
So I didn't want
Kind of
to.
ugly.
But they've got adorable eyes. I didn't want to mess with your creativity, Alarm. I remember a while back in Destry, I used Magic Mouth on some stones as, like, say something if there were intruders or something. I don't think I ever said it, but I feel like I would have collected at least one of them, and because there's no duration. It's until it's dispelled. Those are just guard stones now, basically. I toss one out there.
Yeah. Can you throw a magic mouth out so I can read it?
Sure.
Until dispelled.
Super long.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Choose an object that you can see that isn't being worn, blah, blah, blah. You must 25 words or less it. It can be delivered over as long as 10 minutes. Wait, what? Can you
25
imagine-
words over 10 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you just put it
10
on
minutes.
loop.
Maybe. 30 characters or less. Finally, determine the circumstance which will trigger the spell to deliver your message when that circumstance occurs. The magical mouth appears there so that the words appear to come from the object's mouth when you cast a spell. Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't. Which door do you put it on? The one you came from or the one where you hope to go?
What do you think, party?
I'm more
I
concerned
kinda-
about the one we came from.
The one we came from.
Yeah, the one we
Yeah, I
came
thought
from.
so.
because we're already gonna have our eyes on the door, basically, that we're going into. So,
Well,
having-
even if we weren't, this is clearly a puzzle, and like what puzzle would have a threat come from inside it out without provocation?
John puzzle.
John,
That
puzzle.
actually, yes.
This,
I
this
Hell,
guy-
intruder.
Suddenly, a rat drew it.
You know what your
Aw.
message should be? Stop! You violated the law.
What was that, Brood?
Huh?
What was it?
Oh,
Sorry.
the square that we're standing on is where the spirit rises from. That's all. So it's inside
Yeah.
the hut.
Oh, you see that like stream of light right behind Brood's camera?
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like that, actually, where it's like shifting a little bit, moving, and it's like affected by the environment.
Oh, so it's like an indoor pool.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know
I get
what an
the
indoor
idea.
pool looks
Yeah,
like.
so like, I mean, when you have an indoor pool, the ceiling is like reflecting all of the light that comes off the water. So it looks exactly like that, but it's entire ceiling full
Yeah.
of that.
Then yes, that is what it looks like. Thank you.
Okay.
Eric
Hey,
tries
hey.
to check his phone for the answer to this puzzle.
So
You
I
can't
have
find
so we're gonna rest, right? So I need to spend 24 hours an hour every day in some water, right? So what I do is I pour out my mobile field well.
Just
I
onto
shape
the
water
floor.
into that- yeah, just onto the floor, and I shape the water up into a cube, right?
Okay.
Alright, and I stand in it for 1 hour. Then, because I'm bored, I start putting the water onto the light. So just move it onto it. Anything happen?
So what's everyone doing during his like 1 hour bath?
Yeah, please.
I'll
Run
spend an hour
threading.
to make
You see him
biscuits.
Are you all in the dome, just like hanging out in this like section of hallway that's safe?
Yeah.
Well, I only want to be there when I sleep. I see no reason to be there if we're just
Alright.
chilling.
I mean, I'd be like outside of it, but like right next to the door.
Which door?
I'm inside of
There's
it.
2 doors.
I think to the hut is what he's like.
Yeah.
quoting.
Entrance to the hut.
Okay. Alright, so Zero's wandering around the cabin. Revik, you have your weird bath outside the dome. And then... I'm sorry, what do you want to do after that, Revik?
So what I want to do is I want to try and push the water onto one of these lights, like with mold water or shaped water. I want to push the water onto the lights and see if it gets inside.
Yeah. When you move the water, the airflow, like the motion of the water itself and moving it, makes the lights go away. Like,
Oh, okay.
away from you. And
Okay.
more bright up as soon as you
I see.
continue
So
to push.
I'm never able to really catch one.
No.
Okay. Anyone want a drink?
I'm good.
No, I'm okay, Ravik.
Yeah, I think
Thanks.
that might be poisonous.
Okay.
Thank you,
All right. There's more for me then. Okay.
He just starts slurping. Oh my! 5 gallons of water later. Oh my god!
My idea was if I had the light in it, I was gonna try and freeze it, and if it was able to freeze, but it didn't matter. It couldn't
Yeah.
catch any light.
Isn't that how light works in general? Though?
Well, the thing is, because the light is it's always moving away from us, right? We're never able to like touch the light. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, why don't we just try to send light at each other then?
oh shit! Does anyone have a mirror?
Maybe
Nada.
actually. I got a whole bunch of stuff. Runt, did you get a mirror? I feel like.
No, I don't have a
If you
mirror.
did silver his sword, unless it's a rapier.
Well, no, the rapier is magical. I do have a silvered longsword though,
You do.
so we could use that as a reflection.
I don't know what we're gonna use it for, but can we reflect light at the light, maybe?
I hold it up in a He-Man pose.
The
like, begin
lights
twirling
move
it.
away from you as soon as you move it up.
Ah, okay,
It does
hold on.
glimmer.
Okay.
Due to its reflective nature.
Can we like corner it if we're all making a coordinated effort? Well, I'll ask tomorrow. I want to go to sleep.
All right. Does everyone go to sleep at the same time? Assumedly, someone's on watch in the dome, or
I think a watch is smart.
Yeah.
Can I take first watch? Because I want to cook everyone a little meal before
don't you
taking
already
a rest.
do it? You need to have the short
this
rest
is-
and then you do it, right?
Well, I can make the biscuits, and it has a little short rest feature thingy. Hang on.
It's
I
per short
can-
rest. You can't do this multiple times every short rest.
Well, this
at-
is. I can feed people an extra D8
Oh my God.
per short rest, and I can spend an hour to make biscuits.
Oh, the long
treats or
rest is
whatever.
when you make the treats, not the short rest. Okay.
Yeah.
So at the end of a short rest, any creature who eats the food spends... Okay. How many do you have left? Not that I really care.
Just
you...
one.
Okay. So one person is going to be able to eat this.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna make more at the end. We're taking a short rest, damn it. I'll need to take an hour to make more treats then.
Huh. Okay, so... Oh, 1 hour of work or when you finish a long rest. I didn't see the
Yeah.
or there. I thought there was like an actual limit on this thing. Apparently you can just do this forever. So, okay. Cool. Micromanage the fuck out of that all you want. Now that I know that there is no limit to this at all in the slightest.
Okay.
Anyway. You do this, Zero, and while you are in the dome, while everyone's laying down in uncomfortable positions, because you're in a relatively wide, but not the super wide hallway, right? The door entrance itself was rather big, but this hallway is kind of narrow. You will get to see kind of a weird light show, Zero. For as you guys stop moving and you settle down and there's only the dome left, the lights fade away. It becomes dark. And inside the dome, there's no air movement. Because it's a vacuum, basically. It's trapping. And Zero, 10 minutes or so go by. You're kind of in the dark, in the light with whatever, probably a flashlight or a battery-powered lamp, as Kushim has it on his character sheet, I think. That door, the one leading further into the temple, cracks open.
Who's the closest person to me? Actually, I find Kushim.
You find Kushim and you can wake him up. But we are at the 3-hour period, the 3-hour mark.
You.
So, if we want to end there on the perfect cliffhanger, I think we should do that now. And the next time we meet, so next week, we have a dungeon to go through. Filled with puzzles, filled with rooms.
This time I
with
won't make us
lore.
drop out too early. We'll actually get some loot this time, I swear, guys.
I hope. Alright, guys. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. Orion Star, thanks for being here for most of this. JC, you left midstream, so you're dead to me. Nice. Everybody, I hope to see you soon in good health and without vomiting on your mom's spaghetti already.
Haha.
Anybody got any shout outs or cool thing? Oh, god damn it, John.
Yeah.
There
I got
we go.
one.
Got you, Tamer.
So, Dota
Dog.
just updated a new patch. So if anyone wants to play Dota with me,
Yawn.
drop a message for me in the Discord. I'll play Dota with you. Nemesis. Also, Dota's a good game. Please support it.
Please
y'all
support
have
the official release.
You know what also got an update recently?
What?
Wizard 101.
Is this also a shout out to DMU to play Wizard 101?
No, I will not play Wizard 101 with any of you. You have to spend at least 4,000 hours watching ads before you can play a single round of combat with me. You have to earn that.
Fuck this.
You must struggle like I did.
Thanks for the game, John. It was fun.
You're very welcome, Brood.
Yeah.
I've drawn myself dabbing. I don't know if you can see the little arm there, but Eric, anything you want to say? Any cool things happening?
No, I'm good.
All right. Next Friday, I'll be on Greg Hansen's stream, I think. Maybe, if he doesn't collapse due to overworking himself again. By the way, this Tuesday, Temer will also be on Greg Hansen's stream, so go check him out. He's playing a life cleric, trying to survive in this wretched world filled with monsters and frogs. Yeah. Alright, guys, we're heading out. Thank you all once more. Don't die. See you soon. See you next Saturday with a new character from JC.